Yeah.
Hell yeah. No
Uh,
small rolls
Well, I'm not
anywhere.
small.
No,
I
James,
mean, I'm
I,
pretty sure Traven's a small character.
I am the
Wait,
smallest character.
watch this, guys.
Bet.
There are no small roles. Fuck. God damn.
That's a great way to
That's
start.
a great way to
start.
So, let me open it up and read the history of Elaria. Elaria.
it's time to read through it again, Traven.
Yeah. Thousands of years ago, the countries of Elaria and Ajar were formed. As time went by, both countries prospered under their respective rulers. A few centuries ago, the kingdom of Ajar invaded Elaria, King Alonus of the Elves leading the charge. King Alonus enslaved the people of Elaria and broke those who resisted. The nobles of the monarchy sought to keep their lands and name. They removed their resources from Elaria and pledged fealty to King Alonus. Life continued for about 300 years under this reign of slavery. Lower classes were forced into that's a mistake. Forced into slavery, performing grunt work. The middle class being taxed so heavily they neglected to save any money. One of these slaves, Godwin Stormblood, was a gladiator in Dormandor.
Yeah.
He began to speak to the other gladiators, filling them with ideas of success and nobility. His words took hold and began to spread rapidly through the Colosseum and surrounding city. Godwin's final match came to an abrupt stop when he defied the Ajarian lord of Dormandor and refused to kill the other gladiator. The lord refused to stand for it, summoning guards to kill Godwin. Chaos reigned as the other gladiators came from the stands and began to massacre the Ajarians watching. Word spread through the land and the people rejoiced. The revolution was beginning, and Godwin had the support of the lower class. He led those that would follow in small strikes, freeing as many people as he could. Ilarian nobles watched as this revolution began to take shape. As the years went by, the original nobles who had defected had long since passed away or given up their position. The current nobles felt at odds with the Jarian society and longed to build Ilaria to the society it should have been. Well, they had the resources, however, they sorely lacked the manpower to execute their ideals. This group of 13 nobles sent Milandus, a tiefling noble, to correspond in secret with Godwin. Milandus invited Godwin to a meeting in which he had the opportunity to meet the 13 nobles in person. These nobles agreed to pledge Godwin with any resources he should need to lead this revolution as he saw fit. In return, when the war was over, the nobles would rule together as an oligarchy. Godwin, hesitant on trusting the nobles, eventually agreed for the good of his kingdom. As Godwin's troops were properly outfitted, Godwin's conquest grew, and the people flocked to him in droves, eager to assist in the war effort. The campaign came to a head in the city of Everlast. Ruled over by General Larpax, Everlast was the center of Ajarian influence within Elaria. Godwin's army, losing morale, suffered heavy losses during the fight as Larpax slew literal hundreds by himself. Godwin engaged with Larpax, shattering his sword during the fight. As he fell to the ground with empty hilt in hand, time paused. Godwin glanced around, yet the city and the two armies were held in place. A being in a suit approached him, wearing a top hat and monocle. The creature gazed about the scene with slight interest before looking back at Godwin. The creature spoke. "Greetings, Godwin. My patron and I have taken a significant amount of interest in you. My name is Cthulhu, a minor god underneath the command of Kermi. Before we offer any assistance to you, what is your purpose for this conflict?" Godwin stood in awe before dropping to his knees in supplication. "I want to do my people right. Too long have they suffered under the heel." I'm not going to do voice for history. "Under the heel of Ajar, and I intend to do everything in my power to right this," Godwin said confidently. Cthulhu stared at Godwin. Yes, I sensed that would be the response you would give. "Tell me this. Why must you be the one who needs to lead all of this?" Riddle me this. Gesturing around him. Godwin looked up briefly before looking at the ground again. It doesn't have to be me. Whether I lead this charge or not is not important, so long as I am in the charge. I cannot change the past. Events that have transpired are a burden to me. While these may never leave me, I must do some right in this world," Godwin stammered. "So you do this to make up for your past transgressions? Well, it's a start. I will grant you the help you desire, Godwin, a blade with which to do right. But beware. Sword is not a gift, it is a curse, a burden, if you will. Accepting this sword to save yourself and your army right now will hold you responsible for events to come.
Hell yeah,
There will
consequences.
come a time, God, when you will be unable to stop the evil that comes to you. It is then
Fuck
that
yeah,
you
consequences.
both dooming and saving the one who receives it. I will take this burden then, if only to help my people for as long as I can. But what doom am I to expect? You offer a literal double-edged sword to me. I either perish now and the campaign begins to falter, or I take your offer to curse me another day. I mean no disrespect, great Cthulhu, but it feels as if I have no real option in the stake, Godwin whispered, not looking at Cthulhu. Unfortunately, that is how the fates have defined this action. I myself am not cursing you, young one. It's by nature of this necessary blade that as you draw it, so too do you draw in those who wish harm upon you. Cthulhu sadly responded. He reached into his suit and brought out a white sword with gold trim around the hilt and blade. Cthulhu offered the sword to Godwin, who stood up and took it with only a moment's hesitation. The length of the long sword shrunk to the length of a dagger, the sword itself appearing broken. The blade will become stronger as you grow. I do wish you the best of luck, Godwin, Cthulhu said as he began to fade away. I just hope that one day you'll forgive me for this burden. Then Cthulhu was gone. Time began to start again slowly, and Godwin turned towards Larpax, his warhammer slowly arcing through the air, and stabbed Larpax through the chest. The sword cut Larpax's armor like it was nothing, and time resumed normally. The nearby fighting almost stopped immediately, as people watched in awe as Godwin removed the blade from Larpax. The great general fell to the ground gurgling, and Godwin's blade grew to that of a short sword, and he let out a roar as he began to obliterate all Ajarians around him. The Illyrians rejoiced. They fought with a renewed vigor and suffered hardly any losses as the Ajarians were captured and killed. Godwin's army grew the more powerful as he had no issue removing the rest of the Ajarians from Elaria with help of his new blade and army. He dubbed the blade Thalgar and resolved to finish the campaign. He sailed across the strait separating Ajar and Elaria and made his way through the kingdom before eventually slaying King Alonus. I just now realized, are you guys still on that Patrick meme?
Yeah,
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I don't know who it's okay. I don't know who these people are yet either.
Who are you people?
As King Alonus fell, Godwin's sword grew that of its original length. He left Ajar to collapse and return home a hero. As the government body was set up, the 13 nobles eagerly prepared for their rule as an oligarchy, sought to make Elaria rise to its former glory, but issues arose. People wanted Godwin as a king. They cared not for the nobles who funded the war, as few did any fighting. Eventually, Godwin offered a compromise. He would be king at the behest of the people. However, with the same power as him, the 13 nobles would also join rule as an oligarchy. Two groups worked together, securing peace and progress for the kingdom. And it is now 87 years after these events, the year 1432.
Is he still
King
alive?
Godwin, yes. King Godwin and the 13 nobles still reign, and as King Godwin grows old, he seeks to pass his lineage to his adopted son Henry, a dark elf.
Henry's come to visit.
Henry!
Yeah, that's-
Good
That's
day,
actually where the
Henry.
name came from. Way back then. Rumors of a power struggle in Ajar have spread across the water as the kingdom reaches a deadlock between the oligarchy and monarchy. And that is where our story begins. And since I kind of read that a little bit fast, you can read in the codex whenever you want. As I told Kevin and Joe, I believe, I'm going to be putting in codex as you come across it instead of just dropping it all in.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Honestly, bless Godwin and the villagers, man. Just destroying everything.
now here's a question for you four. You get to choose which place you want to start off in. So,
What do you mean we get this to...
God damn it, I gotta zoom out again. Oh, never mind.
Good old Rube.
Good old Rube. Rube. Rube.
How the fuck? Rubrico Bach Lenis.
No. Harmon. It's Rube.
Just Rube. Don't worry about it. The rest of the thing does not exist. Just Rube.
Can I call it Rico? I'm gonna call it
I
Rico.
want to roll a d20, and I want to see if everyone else in the town also calls it Rube because of the name.
Christ,
Like, it's just a
guys, we
known
haven't
thing.
even
well,
met
it's
yet.
called, the short of it is Rubrico. The official name is Rubrico Basilensis, which
God.
is fun.
So it's Rube.
So, like, I was this close.
So half the people basically say Rube.
Sure.
You guys get to pick which tavern you're starting off at. Tavern / cafe. So there are three options.
Give us
And
them.
you guys can vote. Dunkin' Dwarves,
No.
A Good Night's Rest,
Okay.
and
No.
Future Times.
What was the last one?
Future Times. So
I think I find myself. Wait, do we have to all start in the same place?
yeah, you're all starting in the same spot.
Damn. So we have
I
Yep.
elect.
We have to consensus.
So it was Drunken Dwarf, Future Times, and what else?
A good night's rest.
Good.
Oh, it's fucking Dunkin' Dwarves, you ass. Never mind. I thought it was Drunken Dwarves. I was like, why is Joe so adamant against that? It's a cool name. I'll go for a good night's rest.
I'm fine with that. I was thinking more future times though, but I'm good with good.
We'll do a vote. You have Future Times. I have good night's rest.
Yeah.
I have future times.
Okay.
Okay.
Traven.
Traven.
Yeah, future
James,
times.
you owe me a
All
soda.
right, let's go to Future Times.
So there's a little gimmick with future times, which we'll get to in a moment. So,
Does it look like the future?
how
Hell
future
yeah.
times works. So, upon each of your individual entrances into future times, you each approach the counter to some extent. And Traven, what drink do you want?
I'll have a water.
Okay, well, as you walk up to the counter, future times over here, by the way.
I don't
As you walk
reach
up
the
to the-
counter though.
Huh?
I don't reach the counter though.
That's fine. As you go towards the counter, a water is already handed to you before you even ask what drink you said what drink you wanted.
Oh.
And so
And then she's like trying to put her arms up to get the water because the water's not all the way towards her side. So she's just like,
no, here's the great part is the waitress expected this. It was already within reach.
Mm.
Thank
And
you.
so she gives you a number and it says it's a coupon just for
Coupons.
a free water in the future. So let me set the scene real fast now. Future Times looks a little bit different from your standard tavern fare. It's all windows, see through. Everything looks very sleek. Dare I say, modern looking.
What the hell
almost.
time period are we in?
You're in the medieval ages. This is Future Times.
You just justifying it. Modern. You're
Well,
in the medieval ages, but this is future times.
So, all the tables are glass as well, glass seating. When you go up to order, you're given exactly what you wanted before you even place the order.
Mm.
Because everyone in Future Times is proficient in divination magic.
So then there's gonna be like one guy sitting at the table not having anything because they know that he can't afford shit.
Yes.
And he's just like patiently waiting at the table for his order.
Yeah. It's a bustling place. There's a variety of people in there kind of engaging in conversation. There's only one table that is empty.
Somehow.
I have a question, Dill. If they can see the future and basically know what people are gonna order, why would they even bother with tables? You fucking walk in and they'd be like, "Yeah, here's your thing, bye." That
It's
seems
still
like a more
fucking
efficient
bar.
business model.
This is a bar / like cafe. People go here to like get a drink and
Hang
then sit
out.
down.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
England. We're in England, guys.
Yes. So you want to go sit down?
Yeah.
Okay. So who wants to go next?
Hmm.
I'll go.
Okay.
No. Hold on. I'll go last.
Oh,
I'll go
okay.
last.
Harmon, you want to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Okay. So you go and approach the counter. What do you want to drink, Harmon?
I'll take a scotch on the rocks.
A scotch on the rocks is slid across the counter, and before you say it, and the person requests 1 gold piece.
Take 2, compadre.
Thank you very much, sir. I expected that.
They didn't. They couldn't predict that.
Did you just say I expected that?
Yes. And he puts
All
it.
right, hold on. Before I go back and
Such a
sit
fucking
down,
asshole.
I look up at him and I go, "You're kind of an asshole, aren't you?"
I've already predicted that you would make that comment, so I'm already understanding and apologize.
Sorry before you say it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
They look at the same time. I just go, "You know, you're kind of. I'm sorry, asshole."
And you see that there's one table and there's a chair that perfectly allows you to sit on level with the only other person at this table. Yes,
walk
we are doing
over there.
this.
This
Hey,
is forcing
seat
us.
take.
Okay.
What
Is
is
this
it?
seat taken?
Draven.
She's nervous. She doesn't know what to say.
Are you okay?
She's kind of like
Nod.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. The
No.
only one with an open table.
Yeah. It's not taken.
Thank
At least
you.
I don't
Ah,
take.
he like
Oh.
plops down into it with his drink.
Okay.
I'm
Kevin.
paying,
All right, yeah, it's my turn then.
I'm paying Traven's character no mind.
Okay. So Kevin, what do you want?
All right, so
before
I
you
walk up.
in?
I walk up, or at least I walk to the thing, and then I want a Stormberry ale, and I would just be tapping the bar, just like the usual.
Menu? Is there a menu somewhere?
It's literally whatever you want.
No, I was curious because Kevin said Stormberry Ale, and I was just like,
Yep.
is there a menu? Did I possibly miss something?
Yeah, certain places will have menus, but future times it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wow.
So, a Stormberry Ale is slid across to you, and
Thanks.
holds out a hand for one. He says 1 gold piece.
Of course.
Just imagine like someone mugging this place. They step through the door, but then the second they do, they just get fucking blocked.
They get mugged instead.
yeah.
Yeah, there's only one table open, and there are 2 seats left. One is your perfect
I would
size.
slightly grimace a little bit at the fact that I have to be around them. It's like, fine. So then I just walk over. And it's like, I presume that these seats are open, right? If not, I'm making myself some room here. So
I love how both Harmon and Traven just didn't say anything.
I'm sorry. I was.
Hello.
I'm just.
Max.
I'm taking a
I was
seat.
checking
I'm taking the
important
seat
Well,
regardless.
we've already made it.
Okay.
We've already made it evident that Traven's character is extremely shy
Also,
of new
you know what?
people.
My character
so-
probably wouldn't give a fuck.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna take this seat then. I'm just gonna sit
Alice
down.
just like kind of pulls her cloak a little closer.
I'd like a wine.
Well, as you're like uttering it, there's already a glass of wine slid over to you, and he holds out a hand and says 1 gold piece.
And I'm gonna flick it out of my hand, like flipping a coin.
Like as you put the coin in your hand, he has his hand up in the exact spot that you flick it, and he just catches it and he says, "Thank you, sir," and puts it in his pocket. And you see 1 seat available in the entire place.
God's sakes, man!
And it's like the perfect
That's
size
quite
for you to
curious.
understand.
See, I guess I'll go over there.
Uh,
Hello, people. My name's Barthon. Barthon's the name. Killing's the game.
Boy, turn, huh?
Not really. I just kind of came into town by myself, with mercenaries. Anyway, is this seat taken? Yeah.
Mimpy kicks his feet up on top of it and goes, "Not anymore."
I guess I'll go sit outside then. Have a great time.
All right, then
You do that.
I stand up and then I slam my hand on the table. It's like, sir, please get your feet off the chairs. That is not where your feet goes.
Dude, I'm fucking Bakugo.
Alice has like her hands up like.
Get your feet off those desks. I go, "You gonna pay me something to do it?"
Oh, I will pay you with something, all right.
This waiter comes out of the back and stands in the middle and says, I bet you're all wondering how I gathered all of you here today, and I didn't. You just came here of your own accord. But do I have a proposition for you? The king's son has unfortunately recently gone missing. He's been missing for about 2 days, but the king has offered a handsome reward to people who end up finding him. He's offering 2,000 gold pieces and the title of nobility up to four people.
Wow.
Is this 2,000 a piece or 2,000 as a whole?
And 2,000 is all.
The fuck is that?
Alice just takes her cup and just sips it with both hands. This is good water.
Barthon chugs his wine down. He's like, "When do we start?"
Whenever. So,
Give us the whereabouts.
that's the great thing. He was stolen from the castle, and that's literally all the information I can give you. You have people milling about, and people are very excited about this, despite the fact that like the prince is like in danger. 2,000 gold to really anybody would be enough to set them up for life, and either split in a group of 4, 500 gold could easily last somebody for a solid number of years. So people are rushing out of the store. Like people are frantically like in the streets. So you hear people outside screaming, "Oh my god! People are just like freaking the fuck out. Like nobody meant to cause a panic with this, but this definitely fucking caused like a panic because everybody wants to get the gold first. No,
Roll
the market stall.
intelligence.
So if you look on the map where the well is, and there's like a circle of market stalls, that's where the market stalls are.
Jesus Christ.
So the way
okay.
the way this works,
Where's the
blue
castle
buildings are the castle is that little thing to the side
Ah,
at future times. The blue buildings are special places that are unique. The brown buildings are people's houses and shit, basically. You can see the upper class and lower class kind of buildings, or how it's all split up.
Lower class at the bottom of the screen where they belong. Upper class at the top of the screen.
Before we leave, I go back into the bar and I look at the bartender and go, "Hey, barkeep."
It's already in your hand.
Hold on. Tell me what you want to drink first.
I'm not drinking anything.
Just gonna say good.
You know what I'm gonna ask you, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah. Who was the last person to see the prince?
And he just kind of gives you a look. And roll persuasion.
Oh fuck! We're starting this shit now.
The second roll.
Man, Dylan, it would have been so much better if you just would have said roll dex.
So is that 20?
Roll a dex saving throw.
Yeah, it's 20.
Okay, so he kind of nods and says, I'd recommend checking out the slums. Apparently, one of the last people he had contact with was a beggar down in the slums.
Hey,
I'm
friend.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no worries.
Barthon, was it?
So Alice
yes,
looks up
Barthon's the name.
over at Ray and is like,
Barthon Stoneheart, actually.
Ray, you're trying to find your parents too?
Oh, sounds like you have a similar story.
Yes, I'm trying to find my father.
Ah, your father.
I don't need to find my parents.
You just hate your mom, right?
They're probably dead anyway.
I'm sorry to hear
Anyways,
that,
I go-
Memphi.
I go, Barthon, that's a unique accent. Where are you from?
I'm actually, I mean, if you couldn't tell, I'm a dwarf. I've come from the Dwarven City. My family's actually responsible for building most of the old stonework in the Dwarven City.
Portal drum.
Remind me never to go there.
Oh, well, I just recently helped my family get into a slightly better place by creating a couple new tools for them to get back in the race to being one of the top clans in the city.
So is our marching order Alice, myself, Ray,
Barthon.
what's it called? Yeah, Barthon.
So you've been making your way through the city, down towards the slums. And as you make your way through the city, you see groups of 4 kind of milling about, trying to figure out what's going on. As I'd said, you're kind of in the upper class, middle class area. So a lot of the buildings that you're passing by are clean, generally well kept, and they don't seem to have too many flaws about them. You see some children playing, having a good time. And you see, kind of as you're traveling south, on your left is the castle, this monolithic structure of stone and metal that is kind of up on top of this small hill plateau. And there's a small forest kind of at the base of it. But as you continue progressing and get out of the middle class, upper class area, you pass by the market where you see people very excitedly, like going stall to stall. People are just yelling, like trying to barter, but it's so loud that everyone's trying to one up everybody else. And as you start entering the actual like slums area, the house is like everything's not exactly dirty, but it's not really well taken care of. A lot of the buildings are kind of starting to fall apart. People are wearing less fine clothing. It seems like not too many adventurers have started coming down this way yet. They're just not really super interested because it's kind of not the place to be. And there aren't any children playing outside. They're just kind of homeless people, like laying on the ground, and some are staring off in the distance. Some kind of watch you guys as you pass through.
Light of the city.
Nothing really strikes you as peculiar. Who wants to roll perception?
Who's got high perception here?
I was gonna say, let's figure out our perceptions before we do anything.
Yeah.
I got one. I got one perception, so I'm no good for this.
My perception is also +1. So.
My perception is 1.
Alice?
My perception is 2.
Better.
You want
better.
Everybody else, go for it.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, so looking about, and you see one feature that's kind of strange in all of this slummery. There's a man that he's wearing an eye patch, and he's sitting on a small blue rug, and he's just kind of humming to himself. Everybody else is just kind of laying or staring. Nobody's doing much. Some people actually look kind of shell-shocked. I think is a good word to describe it.
The people around here are usually not like this.
Yeah. And next to the man with eye patch sitting on the blue rug, there's a small, dilapidated kind of shop where you see this like the guy kind of leaning out. He barely has any teeth, and he's like waving, and he's like, "Howdy there! Would you like to come to my shop?"
I just grimace at that man.
What do you sell?
Well, what are you buying? Just kidding. I only sell fish.
Fish.
I have salmon. I have trout. I have. Hey, Jimmy. What else do I have?
We are in no need of fish right now.
You hear this like voice from inside say, "We also got some mackerels." Yeah, we got some mackerels. You want some fish?
I'm gonna just keep walking.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe any of us are in the shopping persuasion right now.
Well, that's all right.
I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Have you seen the prince anywhere around here? The prince?
Have we seen the prince? Did they buy fish? No, they didn't buy the fish. I don't think so. Well, if you're ever in the shopping mood, we do have a lot of different types of fish. We also have some tuna. You want some cod? We're open from 2 to 4 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's all. No other hours.
So Alice is just like completely speechless this entire time, doesn't know what to say.
Thank you very much. If we have any more questions, I'm sure we will definitely come back.
What a fucking piece of shit.
It almost sounds like they know something about the prince.
Day.
Yeah, you too. What'd you say, Kevin?
It's almost as if they know something about the prince, but of course it seems like they're leading us to buying something to tell us. Ugh.
Why?
Do we know what the prince's name is?
I'm going to say that, just because you live in this general kingdom, that his name's Henry.
All right, I'm going to walk up to the counter.
Okay.
Oh my
Excuse me,
god,
friend.
I get the best question to ask.
Excuse
Okay.
me, friend.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Al.
Alice is just staring.
No, I'm not laughing in character. I'm just laughing going, my name's Al.
Oh.
Anyways. Exactly. Well, Al, you tell me all about this fish you got. Can you list off some of them again?
Well, I'll be damned. I do have tuna and salmon and trout and cod and I don't know if I told you, we also do have shrimp. I mean,
Let me ask you this. I'm looking for
Yeah.
a very specific fish
okay, yeah.
called Henry.
Henry. Do we have a Henry fish?
Alice just like starts backing away, and then just kind of starts walking.
No, I've never heard of a fish called Henry.
Well, let me put it through your damn skull.
Very slowly just
Name
starts
is
walking
Prince
away.
Henry. I feel like you know something about it.
Would you like to buy some fish, sir?
All right, so Mimpy, she walks up to Mimpy and pokes his armor.
Now, little one.
Would you like to buy some fish, ma'am?
Alice gets like a little. Well, first she looks at the guy and she's like, and then she ends up, instead of poking this time, gripping the armor, and then she's gonna roll strength.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Can I roll to resist that?
What are you trying to do with the armor?
Just like she was trying to tug it, but depending upon her strength, I wanted to see if she was accidentally gonna crush it.
No, she's not gonna crush it.
Can't crush my armor, baby.
Okay.
It's armor. You're a baby.
So then she basically
Baby.
tugs on it now.
And then
Can I help you, Alice?
Sir, we should get going.
Al Jet like kind of stands up and points like over everybody back at Barthon. Oh, wait, is that how you pronounce Barthon?
Yeah, it's Barthon.
Okay.
I
And
just spelled it really weird to
that's
go
fine.
with
The
the style
good
of...
old dwarven
Dwarves.
language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, "You, sir, would you like to buy a fish? Or
I'd
fish?"
I'd really I'm trying to keep my money in line right now. I don't really.
It's only 2 gold
Listen here,
What-
Al.
for Nooks.
What kind of I guess I'll take a salmon if you'll tell us anything you know about Prince Henry.
And he says, "All right, that'll be 2 gold. Go ahead and grab one of those salmon." And he just kind of stares at his compatriot. He just slowly stands up and walks over into the back room. He comes
You
out
mean
with
Jim?
yeah,
Oh, I thought you said compadre.
Yeah.
compatriot.
Compatriot?
Compatriot.
So, anyways,
Alright.
he walks in the back and he comes out with a fishbowl, and there's just a salmon swimming around in it, and he sets it on the counter. He says, "That'll be 2 gold.
All right.
And
I
for
have
3
that-
gold, I can give you a nice little sphere. It's self-feeding and everything."
It's good. I'll just take the fish. I'm quite famished as it is. It's been a long ride here.
Well, it's alive. You're gonna have to kill it.
I mean, it's a salmon. I don't have to kill it.
Well, are you planning on eating it alive?
I mean, it's a salmon. It's best fresh. Well, I guess. Can you knock it out?
Sorry, sir. That'll be another gold.
All right. I guess I'll just thump it off the ground then.
Mimpy throws like the back of his dagger at it, and it hits the fish in the head, and then he pulls it
Roll
back. with the
dexterity.
chain. Okay.
Oof. So you throw the dagger.
Wait,
at the
I want
fish.
it to be known. I'm throwing like the hilt of my dagger at it, not like the actual blade of it.
So you throw the dagger and it hits the fishbowl. A crack forms in the bowl, and your dagger just kind of clatters. And Al just kind of looks at the dagger and says, "Oh, well, okay. Would you like to buy a fish for yourself, sir?"
Well, let me just take my fish. I'm gonna pull it out, whap its head off the counter, and then just take a bite out of it.
Jesus Christ. Wait. Roll Constitution saving throw. I want to see this. It just has to be high.
There we go. Hey guys, I figured out how to bring back the.
Oh,
advantage a
you're
bit.
fucking.
Oh yeah.
Bet.
So click the settings little tool that's on your just core.
Also, Dill, did I pass my Constitution savings?
So you just take a giant bite out of this fish, and you feel really fucking good. It's a pretty good fucking salmon. I don't think you. I mean, maybe you've had raw fish regularly, but you take a bite out of this fish, and it's pretty fucking good quality. And
Dex out of it.
Okay, there we go.
so Al just kind of nods and says, "Oh well, okay. People don't normally eat it raw, but
it's quite delicious. I definitely love this fish. I don't understand why you're in this part of the city. This is some of the most delicious fish I've ever had.
Well, I mean, the upkeep here is cheap. It's only 20 gold a month. But that's beside the point. If you want some assistance, my friend Jim here can help you out. And so Jim kind of walks up. And
Is
he
Jim
said,
bigger than Al?
Oh yeah, Jim. So to give you
Significantly
perspective
bigger.
of how I imagine,
I want to imagine just before this that Al is a little scrawny, tiny guy.
He's like a 4-foot
and
dude,
then
and then
Jim,
yeah.
Jim is just this muscular hulk of a man. Have you ever seen Magi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Like the fucking dude with the face mask at the beginning.
Yeah.
so think Majora's Mask, the guys in the mountains that work on your sword. So,
All right.
Oh.
Jim walks up and says, "I think I can help you out. Follow me." And he kind of just starts walking it. He walks it into the back room.
Follow, huh? I'm just
All right, I'm
gonna.
gonna follow.
I'm just gonna
thank
stand
you.
here until you guys are finished with your business.
Alice doesn't
Stay out
really
here
know
with the weird.
how to. Alice doesn't really know how to continue or diffuse the situation, and she's still latched upon Mimpy's armor, so she's just kind of walking along.
This isn't the
She's too
weirdest
nervous
I've
to let
seen in this
go.
town.
So everyone, but Kevin's going there, right?
Yep.
I
Okay.
guess so.
So Kevin, while you're out there, Al says, "Can I interest you in any fish?"
Nope.
God.
Nope. I definitely do not eat any fish.
While that's happening, the rest of you enter the back room, and you see Jim he's digging through a crate, and he comes up, and he has a small vial, and it has a liquid in it, and he hands it to. Who wants to take it?
Mimpy will.
Alice.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm the one that bought the fish.
Oh,
No,
shoot,
just-
you are. Okay. So Barthon, he walks over to you, hands you the vial with the liquid inside, and it's a greenish liquid. And he says,
How is this supposed to help me? Sorry.
"Well, you see, you're the first ones to start on this journey, so you're doing well. Go give this to the guy outside. He'll tell you what to do."
Is this some kind of game?
Well, we were given a significant amount of money to just give this vial out to people and lead it to the guy outside if we ever questioned about Henry, and they bought something from us. So, well, we ended up buying something because we're trying to make a profit here.
I mean,
Rough.
understandably. Good on you for that. That's some good dot power right there. Thank you very much, sir. Will do. Is there anything else you can tell me about what might be going on with Prince Henry?
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Let's see how
Persuade or
much he
do.
knows.
Oh, this is not going to be fun. Oh, I guess.
Well, I've heard rumors that the kidnapping of the prince is actually not the entire motivation. He's only part of the puzzle. That's all. That's just what I've heard through the stonework. And he just kind of like knocks his fist on the ground, like a knock on wood sort of thing.
Except it's a knock on stonework.
Yeah.
I appreciate that saying there. My family's a stoneworking family. Yes, I have gathered that if people have told you to give this vial out for helping locate or trying to locate the prince. I thank you for your cooperation, though, and I will definitely send word that your fish here is delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Thank you. You're a nice guy.
Thank you very much, sir.
And he just kind of gestures you out. And as you guys are going out, Al is talking to Ray and saying, well, don't forget, we also have crab. I know that's not exactly a fish, but like it's in the same kind of area.
Excuse me, Mr. Ray, there's no need for you to be so mean to the guys.
What's your name again? Bar?
Barthon.
Bar. Okay, Bar. Did you guys find anything back there?
No, it's Barthon, and I'm giving you the short version, because my full name's Barthon Stoneheart. So Barthon is fine. Don't call me Bar. That's an insult.
Bar. What did you find?
But excuse me. Please stop. But yes, we got this vial, and the nice men here. He told me that he believes that this isn't necessarily a kidnapping, but could be a staged event. They were told to give out this vial to anybody who comes and asks about it, but they put on a slight stipulation that was smart on their part for selling fish to give out the vials. We just must take this vial out to the guy out front there with the eye patch, and he should give us some more information. But I'm not all that intimidating. I guess you or Memphi here like to take the vial instead.
My eye twitches a little bit, and it's just like, fine, I'll take the vial. Where's the guy that we need to talk to?
He's right outside. He's one of the guys that we saw coming in. He's got the eye patch. Yeah.
Fine. I see that I'm not going to get any other information out of you.
He's got the eye patch, yeah.
Yeah, eye patch. The eye patch there.
He's fuck over here.
So, you guys want to go outside?
Holy shit.
Yeah, I guess we'll go outside.
Wait, who had the vial? Was it Kevin or you?
I gave it to Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay. So all are you going out, or just you two?
Well, I assumed everybody was gonna go,
Okay.
but I mean that we're still not technically a group yet. We're just working together.
Yeah, we're currently just working together. You can clearly see how it's going so far.
If anything, Alice is just kind of tagged along because she can't freaking tell anyone to let her out.
I started to go, but before I go, I turn back to Al and I go, "Hey Al,
Yeah.
you may want to watch that window on the left corner of your storage unit. Looks like someone could easily get in there and take some of your fish."
Oh my god, my fish! And he just rushes over and he starts screaming at Jim, "We need to get this fixed!"
I start walking away.
And so he's like frantically trying to figure out how to fix the window. But
I'm gonna turn around actually,
yes.
and I'm gonna offer them some insight since I am an engineer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back in. I'll let everybody else go outside.
Sure.
My fish.
I'm gonna do their part first, and then we'll do your part.
That's perfectly fine.
So you three walk out, and this man is kind of sitting on this rug, and he looks out as you come out of the store, and he just kind of nods at you.
This is the guy with the eye patch.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
He winks at you with his eye-patched eye.
I can't tell if you're winking or blinking.
So?
Well, sir, aren't you quite the character?
You appear to be so as well.
I do not know what you mean.
Look here, one-eyed man. I hold out the vial.
I'm trying.
I see that you're trying.
He doesn't.
Oh, I haven't heard that one 1,000 times.
Well, you
Yeah,
should. Your hearing's probably better.
Just let me see the vial.
Jesus Christ.
What bit you can't see.
Alice is still clinging to fucking Ray's arm, and he's just not. Oh man, I need to stop. God, Mimpy's armor.
Yeah,
This is the first fucking.
I know.
It's okay. It will grow on you.
But she's still latched to Mimpy's arm.
So I grabbed the guy's hand and I just give the vial and put it on there. It's like there. So what can you tell us?
So he he takes the vial and he removes his eye patch, and he kind of like hides the eye a little bit and like pours the vial into the eye, and then he starts blinking, and you see that he has an eye there, and he throws the eye patch away. He says, "Oh man, ooh, got some dust in it. It's really been
So
bothering
you
me for
told
a
me that
while."
was some eye wash?
Well, of course. Oh no, let's do some of the other one. Well, of course. So, how can I help you?
We want to know where this vial has to do with the prince disappearing.
Alice points to him.
Or rather, do you have any information about the prince's disappearance?
Wait, do you mean like you point to me or you point to
Yeah, 'cause she was about to like answer, but then you said it. So she's like, oh.
what he said?
So,
Yeah.
says, yeah, actually, I can help you a little bit with that. So, walk with me, talk with me. Or actually, let's wait for your friend real fast. So, switching over, Al comes rushing as you start like kind of start walking back further into the shop. Joe, Al comes rushing over to you and says, "Please, sir, fix my window. I don't want to lose my fish."
Do you happen to have a bit of parchment on you?
I don't know what that is.
I would ask Jim, Joe.
Can I talk to Jim?
And Jim comes over and says, "I don't want to lose my fishies. We do have paper, yes." And he like comes over and brings you a piece of paper.
I'm gonna sketch out a quick schematic for you, or a little blueprint.
I'm gonna go pee real fast.
You can use the fish bones as sort of a weighted curtain, so if anybody tries to come in, you can have a bit of their blood as well. That way, if they steal your fish, you can always get it checked.
I want you to roll sleight of hand.
Rolls a nat 20 on top. Man.
So you create this schematic, and it's like breathtakingly good. And they take it, and they very frantically begin going about trying to get the materials. And Al goes over, grabs a small ball that it's filled with water, and there's a goldfish in it. And he hands you the ball with the goldfish, and he nods solemnly at you and continues about his business.
Thank you very much. I hope it works for you. And don't be afraid to shout with your friends. And then I'm going to leave.
Okay. So as you walk out, they're finishing their conversation. And he says, "Ah, yes. You're all here.
Uh-huh.
Man, isn't this exciting?"
Oh, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I was just helping our friends inside.
No problem.
Yeah.
It's always good to see that
Yeah.
kind of camaraderie. So, let's go, team. And he he begins heading to the east a little bit, with or without you.
Well, we better pick up the pace. Let's go.
Mimpy starts kind of passing out.
And then,
Like, is Alice gonna have to carry him?
yeah. Alice is like holding on, and then Mimpy starts leaning in on her. She's like, and then she just basically starts carrying him.
So, your ragtag band.
This is quite peculiar, miss. Would you like some help?
You're no ordinary girl, are you, Alice?
It's okay. He's kind of light.
Light? That man is like... How tall is...
I think 6 foot, I think, at least. And then, like...
What has happened?
That
started passing
man
out.
is 2.5 times as tall as me.
And with that armor, he's probably like 300
Well, actually,
pounds.
he's nearly 2
Mimpy
times
begins to wake up and kind of like, oh man, like I'm awake kind of thing.
Oh man, I'm awake kind of thing.
Are you okay there, Mimpy? You
Wake
seem
up
to
and
have had a little bit of a fainting spell.
What the
Maybe you
hell
should have
happened?
had some of the fish.
I'm fine.
Wait, you wake up
I
and
think there's still a bite left on the salmon. Would you like a piece?
No.
Sounds a little
If you
bit
say
fishy.
so.
All right.
Mimpy down.
Okay, yeah, Mimpy's...
What the hell happened?
You fell on me, so I grabbed you and picked you up.
Oh. Sorry, sometimes I have these fainting spells.
It's okay. No problem.
Everyone does. It's okay.
Been happening worse for about a year now.
So,
But I'm sure I'll manage.
I hope so. I don't want you passing out on us in a jam. That would be
I'll be
quite,
fine.
quite disheartening if we have to leave you behind.
so
What's this guy's name that we're following, Dill?
he never gave his name.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, so...
We
Hey,
never,
partner,
you-
what's your
nobody
name?
ever asked his name.
I was going to, but...
My name is Liam.
Liam.
Nice to meet you.
You part of
sir.
that boy band I hear some? Kid.
And so he continues walking over to the east, where he kind of takes you to. I'm gonna move this red box.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you were gonna.
Well,
I don't even
I can't.
see a red box.
It's at the bottom, but instead of a red box, I'm going
Can
to.
you just give us a pulse, like the ding where we are?
Right there.
I can't remember how to do it offhand.
You hold your mouse on the point.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So you make your way over to here.
Right,
Oh,
which
right,
one?
right at the coast. Okay.
Yeah.
The blue one?
You just. There's only. I mean, all the pulses are going in the same spot.
There's a red one, and there was a red one and a blue one, and now the red one keeps going.
Okay.
That was the
here,
purple
I'll
one.
Just mark it.
What the fuck? Do we all have a color? I'm just not
Yeah.
aware
Yeah.
of this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Harmon, yours is orange.
Oh, okay.
I see a tiny red X right there. That's...
Are we in the hills? Is
Yeah,
that
right
where...
there.
Okay. I would just put an X there.
Down by the coast. Okay.
I just put Kermie there.
Eh,
Oh boy!
So, as you approach the coast, you see alongside the coast. There's a small hill that kind of drops off to a small beach area, and alongside that, you see a small pipe. It's about 4 feet tall. Just this steel pipe that's just jutting out of the ground, and the guy Liam steps down there and he gestures and says, "There you go."
That's it.
He begins walking away.
Liam,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
Like, what is this?
Well, this is a pipe. This actually leads to well. Let me explain. So, when Ajar was overthrown, like 80 some years ago, they were in the process of building a sewer system, is what they called it. I've never heard of it, but that's just the term that they like to use. And nobody. It's kind of dilapidated, falling apart. It wasn't really well kept, and it's kind of a mixed bag. And the person who paid me said that was the way to go. So
By chance, do you know who paid you?
yes, it was a woman, and she said, "Hey, if anyone asks about the prince, after giving you the whatever you need, you can figure out what it is. You'll just go tell them to go here."
Mine.
Question then. Since we needed to give you something, is there anything that you should be giving us for the next person?
And he kind of like puts his finger to his chin and says, "Well, that's a good point. I was not informed, so I'm going to say maybe not."
Can you try to reach in your memory a bit more and think a bit harder?
Good point. Good point. Yeah. I wasn't told anything else. Very short to the point. Look. It was a good amount of gold. I'm poor.
I understand. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I hope
Hold on
things
a
go
sec,
well
guys.
for you, and I hope your art. Well, I don't know that. I hope everything goes all right for you. I see you're not wearing the eye patch anymore.
Yeah.
I hope that got better or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. We're all good now. Thank you.
Okay. Have a good day.
And he just kind of walks away. Doesn't even look back.
Oh, okay.
So what the hell are we supposed to do here?
Alice like walks up to the pipe. How big is the pipe?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna ask.
It's 4 feet tall, 3 feet wide.
Oh, I have to crawl in this.
Is it what color is it? Is it green?
Straight up.
What'd you say, Trevor?
Is it green?
Is the pipe green? No, it's steel.
It's what? I didn't hear the color.
Steel.
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 Silver. Yeah.
Silica looks into the pipe. Is it just jutting out of the ground?
Yeah.
Alice, you mean?
Oh yeah, Alice. But Alice,
There's a little bit of
okay.
water on the bottom, but
If you'd like, I could go first if you guys want me to. I can stand straight up in there. I'm a bit short. Looks about my height.
How tall are you again?
I'm 4 foot.
Oh jeez. Yeah, he beat the cake on Alice about that. Beat the fucking cake out. But okay, if you want to, sir. I could I guess we just lower him.
Sorry,
no,
man.
this is sorry. I should have just it's sideways, like it's going into.
Oh, it's
so you can
sideways.
walk
You can
straight
walk
up.
it. Yeah. Okay.
It's like a sewage
Okay.
pipe.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
I'll lead the way.
You're gonna be-
No.
Sir,
We just went over that, Mimpy.
Sorry,
you're gonna have to.
Memphis'
Sir.
roommate came home.
You're
Sir,
gonna
I
have
feel
to
like
crawl in this pipe, and yeah.
We're gonna have to make a hole in this pipe.
Crawl.
no, sir.
No,
I believe
please.
Barthon should go ahead. He's the
Yeah.
shortest.
I thought if I can stand straight up, I have the actual vertical advantage here. Haha.
And I think I should be next.
Are you going third or fourth, Kev?
I guess I will go last. I'm just gonna grab like a small candle I have and then just use prestidigitation. I'll light it up.
Some days
Wow.
I miss being short.
Well, you don't seem like you were ever quite a short person, but I guess we should keep going.
Of course, I was short. I was a child once. Idiot.
It's dark,
Yeah.
but Alice has dark vision, so she can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
also-
I'm still holding a candle because obviously I can't see in the dark.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm letting Dylan know.
Yeah. And the
You
rest
guys
of
don't know that.
the other two of you. Well, actually, no. The dwarf has. Okay, so Joe also has dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kevin and Harmon, both of you will need to finding some
Just
sort of
imagine
source of light.
flashlights are coming out of
All
the
right,
light.
I have a torch.
AK,
So
I have a candle I can use.
Yeah,
and,
I know.
This,
I'll
of
just
course.
light my torch.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Do I have any spells?
Well,
Probably
I'm
not.
gonna roll perception since I'm in front, and I
Oh,
would need.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a bard
Okay, go
anymore. I
ahead.
don't have any spells.
Roll that perception.
Oh, I
Okay,
did.
so we're gonna switch over to this map that you are just now seeing.
Oh boy, what a
Yeah.
beautiful map!
This is gonna be.
Thank
This is
you.
gonna be
It's a
good.
map.
Fantastic. So,
Much time and effort put in.
well, I made an actual map that I was like, nah, you know what?
Yeah, that picture fits the.
Jesus.
Listen, I improved some of my maps. Leave me alone.
Man, I love the old system.
All right. You see in front of you that
It's dark.
fuck. Well, not for him. He's got that dark vision stuff. So you see it kind of begins curving over this way.
Oh, party, there's a bit of a curve coming up. Be careful.
As long as you don't walk into a wall, we'll be fine.
Well, I'll let you know if there's a wall. Don't worry.
I
So-
will also let you know if there's a wall.
Thank you,
Yes, thank-
Alice.
Thank you very much, Alice.
You're welcome.
So, as you kind of cross, why is he automatically turning it pink? I don't want fucking pink. I want goddamn black.
Calm the fuck down, Dylan.
So, as you
Just
turn
pink.
that curve,
Well, it's your colors pink.
Yeah.
you
just the
see
color.
that it enters this what you'd imagine would be the sewer system as a whole. So, like it begins to spread out this way.
There seems to be a larger pipe up
And-
ahead.
There's water, kind of making its way downtown, walking fast.
Which way?
This
Running
is the
fast?
water.
Water doesn't walk.
It's
But it can
stagnant
run.
water, by the way. So it's not flowing anywhere. It's just water sitting there.
Just good old stagnant water. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you said it was
be careful
moving
not to
downtown.
disturb the water, friends. I wouldn't want to release any stank that's stuck with it.
Mm.
Okay.
If we can do so.
I assume that you guys will probably move down to here.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm at least gonna move to that.
So I don't know. Is this like that's how narrow the stream is, or what?
It's not too large, but
And we see pathways on either side of the water, right?
correct.
Okay.
Well, it splits left and right. Which way would you like to go?
Hey,
Oh,
Barthon.
yeah.
Never
How can I help
mind.
you,
I
sir?
remember. I was gonna ask if you still had that fish and if we could release it into the water. But I remember you ate it, so
It's like missing its entire head. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
release
I
it.
ate that one, but I actually got another one for helping
Oh.
them make a blueprint.
put it in
but
the
I'm not-
water.
I'm not sure. It's such a beautiful goldfish, though.
I'll
I
pay
don't
you.
really.
I'll buy you another one with the money we get from
You legitimately
finding
see
this
no
prince.
way to open this sphere with the goldfish in it. Which, by the way, did you add that to your inventory?
I did not actually.
I will throw my fucking dagger at it.
Oh, please don't, because the last time you did that, all you did was crack it. And
I didn't try hard enough last
I-
time.
No.
I
I
have
want
to
you to
agree. I'm sorry.
What are we gonna do then?
Well,
So we're just stuck right now. We can't get past.
no, we
No,
can.
you
We were
can.
trying to make a decision on which way to go.
Oh, okay. So Alice, I'm actually gonna have to send this to Dill.
Okay.
So, do.
Man, off rip first session.
Honestly, yeah.
DM.
Honestly, yeah, already.
I'm right-handed, so maybe stick to the right. That's what I'm kind of thinking. What's everybody else's thoughts?
Well, I'm right and left-handed, so I'll take whichever way works.
I'm not asking which hands you use, but like what hand like you write with, or don't you?
I write with both of them.
That's peculiar.
Talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes it peculiar that I write with both hands?
It's just not a normal thing.
Well, I'm not a normal person.
So Alice, she had her eyes closed. She opens them back up.
Hello, Alice.
Maybe we should go right.
Well, that's too right.
I'm not really sure though.
Does anybody else want to go right?
I say we head right, and Mimpy starts going right.
Let's go right.
Oh boy.
I know when kids lie, and Alice wasn't lying.
So I'm not sure which way we're talking about. Right? Are we talking about that? Okay, that.
Wait.
Right.
I think they mean
right.
right
Yeah,
from where we're standing
This
and
right.
looking.
Okay.
Okay, so you see the path kind of curves a little bit, but it ends up reaching down this way, and water is going this entire way. And you see the openings to something larger, but with your distance, you can't really tell because you're about you're the extent of your dark vision for you up front, Barthon.
Wait, are we able to stand up all the way now, or?
Yeah, sorry, I should have explained. Once you guys actually entered, you're all able to stand up. The ceiling's about 8 feet tall, and the walls are about 7 feet wide from where you're at currently.
Not much space, but gotcha.
Well, I think if Alice wants to return to the front, do you have a dark vision, ma'am?
Yes.
If you would like to return to the front, I'll go ahead and take the back in case anything sneaks up on us.
Sure.
I'm also more of a long range person, like I said before, so I'd be best in the back.
I'll take the lead.
That makes a lot of sense.
Alrighty.
Alright, well, let's keep going.
Wait, but Harmon just said he's taking lead. So Harmon, wait, who's
taking lead right now?
Sir, I feel like I should probably stay in the front since I have dark vision.
Harmon, you've also not said what you're using to see, so you're just following what anything.
Yeah, like for all we know, you're flipping your head. Yeah, he did say he had a torch.
Okay. Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was like when you guys were like, Kevin and Harmon needs to find something to get light. I was like, I have a torch.
Yeah.
My inventory.
I'm sorry.
Third time I just figured.
All right, Alice, I've trusted you this far. Don't fuck me over, though.
It's just become a meme that like everyone's like, all right, here's the marching order, and then Harmon's like, no, I'm up front.
I am the marching order.
And then Traven's like, no, I'm up front. And Harmon's like, all right, Alice.
I like it. I really like it.
Listen, I have been around children who lie and steal. Alice doesn't seem that type.
I feel like you were a kid who lied and stealed, but you seem like it turned out okay.
Barthon, you know nothing about my childhood.
No, but you're giving me that impression.
Alice, like,
reading people.
Slightly
like it.
kind of snickers a little bit.
All right, so you guys want to make your way down to like continue on, I assume.
Yeah.
Make our way downtown.
Okay. Roll next saving throws.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit! I'm using the wrong.
Also,
mouse.
I like how we have the dead, forgotten, and lost.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I just got a straight up critical fail. Nice.
Oh boy. Yeah, but you have a +5. God damn.
I know, it's sad, isn't it?
Oh my god! Why do both of you have a +5?
Because I'm a dexterous bitch.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my god.
so as you're walking, shoot. So actually, Alice and Mimby are up front, right? So that kind of works out. So as you guys are walking, you hear this sound, and well, you see, you two failed your, the other two of you, Kevin and Joe, failed your saving throws. So,
We fall somewhere. All right, good.
No, actually. Fun fact. I'm just doing this thing real fast, and then I'll explain.
Oh, it's a cube.
So that's what it looks like.
That thing comes in. Okay.
So we're gonna roll initiative.
Wait, Dill, I gotta ask, does that thing actually have like an axe and that piece of armor in there?
Wait, so
Yes,
those
they're
two
standard stuff,
those two
yeah.
fell, and Mimpy.
No. This thing fell from the ceiling and literally trapped both of them.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
good.
so they're inside of it right now.
Correct. They are inside of it.
I didn't think you. Okay.
Help me.
So it sounds like this.
Yes, that's exactly what it sounds like. All right, between Kevin and Harmon, I'm gonna let you guys decide who wants to go first.
All right, you're not stuck in here, so you should
I
do
was
something.
gonna say, I probably should.
You should do something about this.
Okay, so
Are there like bones floating in it? So
Yes.
Like you're just watching it. So you guys are just inside of it watching the bones float.
correct.
I think that also means we might be getting a little bit of acid wash on us.
No, you guys can't speak. The two of you are in there.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I'm just
Okay.
talking.
I like to
my
imagine I
character.
just hear.
Okay.
Ugh. Alice, stay back. And I throw my chain dagger at it. Chain dagger.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Okay, so
And
you
I-
throw your chain dagger, and it.
Do you need me to roll dexterity to make sure I don't hit them?
Oh no, you're not hurling enough to actually hit. I mean, you're hitting the creature.
But I'm not
But-
gonna hit them.
Yeah, you're not gonna like it kind of hits the creature, and bounces off a little bit.
And I pull it back.
I like to
my
think it
hand.
like plops. It probably plops off of it.
No,
It just sinks. It sinks in,
Yeah.
but then it just
Is it
falls
like
out.
is it like when you slap Jello with your hand and it kind of
exactly
vibrates?
like that.
Yeah, it just
actually.
wiggles.
So Harm, you
Damn.
do, if you recall, since you're a dual weapon fighter, you can use your extra action to throw your other one.
I'm gonna throw my other dagger.
Okay. Now you're gonna roll to see if you hit one of. Actually, no. Hold on. I'm going to have those two roll.
Oh yeah.
dex saving
Wait,
throw.
I have to.
Oh,
hold
good.
on before.
Oh, good.
I forgot I have
Oh,
to roll to see
boy.
if my attack lands.
I gotta roll
It
another
did hit
dex
that one.
saving throw.
Yeah, another one.
Wait, both my attacks hit, but I didn't roll the.
No, the first one failed. The second one hit.
It's
Oh, okay.
it's going to hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You want us to roll dex saving?
Dex saving. It doesn't have to be high. Oh.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be high, you say.
All right. Harm and roll damage.
Oh god.
This is a problem.
Is that not my damage?
No, you rolled an attack.
Oh well. What's my damage for this? It's D4 plus 4.
Yes.
Okay.
So, holy fuck. So, Mimpy throws the dagger and it impales both of you somehow.
I feel like I slashed it across back. Like,
What am I hearing in the background?
Yeah.
with it across, so I like slapped them both with it.
So both of you took damage. Ooh. All right. Now, also, Mimpy, if you want to sacrifice your movement, you can try and pull your daggers out.
Oh.
Oh, do cause us to bleed. All right, that's
so
good.
wait.
Well, no. This is whether he gets the daggers back on his turn or if they're staying in the cube.
So wait, do you want me to?
Oh, so
What?
we're getting
How do
8.
I try and pull them out?
Yeah, we're taking 8 damage. Nice.
Yes.
How do you want me
That
to? try and
kinda
pull 'em out,
hurts.
Bill?
You could just roll your d20.
Oh, I didn't know if I'd roll strength or something.
Yeah, strength.
Oh, okay. I'll roll strength. I mean, it is just a D20.
Oh man! So you threw your daggers in, and you
sir,
do such a
you
shitty
need
job
some
of
help?
pulling them back that your daggers are now in the creature.
Come on, fellas, I need some help.
And then
I just imagine
have
like
blood.
he's trying to pull them out of it.
blood is slowly draining out of both of us and into the slime.
Like Mimpy's just trying to pull it out and he's putting his foot inside of it. Just get the fuck out.
Yeah, the daggers are in the cube. You have no weapons for your next turn, Harmon.
Ugh, come
So,
on.
Ken, I need you to roll a d6.
Oh, am I slowly being like dissolved right now? That's
Yeah.
Are we like doing this in the dark right now, or does
Okay.
Tommy still hold the torch?
Yeah. No. No. I assume that like he's still holding the torch. And the candle is still lit inside of the cube that Kevin
I don't.
had.
How the fuck is this working? Okay.
So you take 1 damage, Kevin.
Oh, good.
Now
I'm slowly dying.
you have to spend your turn to get out. So roll a strength saving throw. Oh my god! Fucking Christ!
Well, I guess this is going to be the game of the lowest rolls.
This is more like the end of the campaign, guys.
Okay.
Right at the start.
Alice is
So-
just watching all of this, just kind of standing there. Well, crouched there.
All right.
Come
Now-
on, Alice, to come up kind of like Midoriya and just
Aren't-
one punch this fucking thing.
Harm, roll a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. Whew. So the cube just moves forward to try and engulf you, but you're able to jump back.
Huh.
All right, Joe, roll a strength saving throw.
Oh boy.
You
I
should. You
got a
should.
plus
You,
zero
you should.
to
You
this.
should be able to do this, man. Like, there's no way.
No.
There's no way you could fail this. No way.
Listen, I have a +0.
That's
Alice
that
believes
is
in you.
fine. That is fine. Oh my
Rip.
god.
Alice
Oh.
believes in you, Barthon.
Does that pass
Okay,
at
so
all?
well, I forgot also to roll your damage for just being in there. So
Oh, yeah, see,
4
I
damage.
asked if we were getting acid washed.
yes, let's take that 4 damage there, Joe.
And you can't even.
And you failed your strength saving throw. All right, Traven,
Yes.
Alice, what are you doing? So you have Ray and Barthon inside this cube. You have Mimpy with no weapons.
So Alice is cloaked. That's
Yeah.
her like
Yeah.
main image right now. So Alice kind of like lifts her arm up. You don't really see her arms, and a blade ends up coming out. You don't see this because it's kind of hidden, but a blade comes out through the shroud that she has, and she ends up running to and then makes an attack.
Just a good
She's
old
gonna
slash.
roll with her Constitution because she's using fearsome attack, which she got at 3rd level. So
Okay.
and she's using.
Gonna hit. Roll a damage.
Let's see. It'll be 1d8 plus 3. She also has hypodermic poison. So like it's 1d8 with plus her proficiency. Do this. So it'd be plus 3, and then I have to add her proficiency to that. And then the slime has to do a Constitution saving throw unless it's resistant, for it to not be poisoned or not.
Hey, I mean, it's using acid and poison
Yeah.
attacks. So wait, what ability?
Dear God.
So it's hypodermic poison. So what it is like it has to roll a Constitution every time I attack. If it fails, then it gets poisoned, which just makes it so it has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Traven,
I
how
don't
how
see
OP
this-
is Alice right now? Like, what is going
Alice
on?
can't use spells, so
I can't. I don't see your thing anywhere in your list.
Oh.
Yeah.
go down like on my
your features.
necrovisor list. Okay, here we go. Let me look at that. Boop. Let's go to Alice. Let's go to bio. It's in my bio. I put it for additional features and traits. I just started listing things there to keep track of all the quote-unquote enhancements.
You can have. Can't you have 3
Yeah,
enhancements
so
equal
she
to your
had-
Constitution
she had-
modifier?
Yes, she had ones though before though. That was
Okay.
the bladed, and the necrovisor is just adding on to that. Unless you're cool with that. Obviously, that can be optional.
We'll double check anything later, but I mean,
Okay.
you go ahead and do your damage. Like I said, it is resistant to poison and
Okay,
acid.
so it wouldn't affect it, so it doesn't really matter.
So, but I mean, that's still 10 damage, and I need you boys to make a dex saving throw. It doesn't have to be high.
Everybody, or
No, the boys that are in the cube.
Oh,
Okay.
Give
Damn
me
it.
that crit fail. Damn, that's a shame.
Kevin, you never get what you want.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
So Kevin just somehow nimbly dodges. No, not you, Trey. Just the boys inside.
Oh, okay.
Barthon, you're taking 10 damage.
That's okay. I'm at 14 now.
All right, Harm. What are you doing, boy?
Well, can I do my extra action first?
Yeah.
Can I try and pull my daggers out?
Yeah, sure. Roll a d20 strength. Do you want to use your movement, roll the rest of your movement to do that?
To try and pull my daggers out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Is
Do I
it?
get one of? Do I get
Yeah,
one of them?
I'll let you have one. All right.
Ugh.
Okay. So do you want to like slash with it? Do you want to stab?
Oh,
You still remain action.
I'll throw it back at it. I guess.
Oh my god.
You fucking psycho. All right, roll a d20.
Is that hitting?
I need to check.
He's already getting ready for it. I hate both of these.
Just in case.
Can't even trust me.
It is.
You fucking attacked both of us with one hit earlier.
It is hitting. Go ahead and roll the damage, but it's not going to hit them. They're fine.
Oh my god.
Okay. Now it's your turn, Kev.
Alright, so I still need to get out, don't I?
Yeah. So, well, first of all, we're going to roll the damage you take. 6 damage.
Oh boy.
So
And then
apparently,
So
roll strength saving
I'm going to die next turn. That's gonna be nice.
apparently Mimpy is the opposite of Snips, whereas Snips could never hit shit in combat.
You're out. You're free,
Mimpy
Kevin.
is
Oh.
incredible.
Oh my god.
You're able to crawl basically your way out of this cube. All right.
I'm just holding.
Um,
I'm holding like my chest from the wound that frickin' Miffy just did to me.
Good to see you're finally fighting, Ray.
Oh yeah, no thanks to you.
Shut up and help me kill this thing.
Traven, roll a deck saving throw.
Okay. Whoop and whoop.
All right. You're in the cube. So that's for that. Joe,
Alice.
we're gonna roll your damage.
Yep.
You take 1 damage. Okay, and now you roll to get out. Strength.
Hey.
Strength save.
No.
So thank you for. I mean, you rolled ahead of time, so I guess that works. You're still in there, Barthon, and Alice. You're taking 2 damage.
The pedal thing.
What pedal thing?
Yeah, that's
Pedal-
why I'm confused.
pedal-
Go ahead, Harm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and pull my
Jesus
other
Christ,
dagger out.
That's such a weird question.
Clickety clack, get into my sack.
Okay, so you pull out both of your daggers.
Ugh. Wait, did I not get my other one back from when I threw? Oh no, never mind.
Yeah.
All right. So can that count as my movement?
Yes.
All right, then I'm gonna throw my daggers twice.
Oh my god.
Roll a d20.
What? I'm trying to kill this thing.
Why don't you slash with them?
All right, when I say throw my daggers, I don't always mean I throw it straight at the monster. I mean like I'm throwing them in a. All right, I'll throw like two, like you know how Kratos does that slash thing with his chaos blades. I'm gonna do that thing where like I slash them diagonally across. All right.
Oh.
Well, that one is hitting, but is the second one hitting?
No. Oh
All right, so I'm hitting one.
Okay,
Can't get fours forever.
You said you did like a forward slash.
Like I brought I whipped the blade around, kind of like a whip, and brought the dagger across it diagonally.
Like an X, I guess.
Kind of like think of my.
I'm just trying to determine if
my
this
chain
would
dagger
qualify
is more,
for them to make a deck saving throw.
I would say I'm scratching the surface of it. My chain dagger is more like a flail than it is an actual just knife and sword thing.
Well, I'll go with that then. Kevin.
Yeah.
This thing's looking pretty haggard.
Oh, you don't say. You don't say.
I need you to pass a 2 for your strength for your strength throw, Joe. And Kevin, I need you to literally roll higher than a 2.
You're asking a lot.
Yeah, Kevin, I need you to literally roll
this is the time
higher
when
than
he's
a 6.
gonna get a critical 1.
Just
higher than a 6.
You know,
Literally, somehow he pulls himself into this.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Fucking Christ! All right.
If I die, then I guess that's it. All right, D&D's
Well,
over.
this is really fitting that our first adventure we all get stuck in a slime.
Yeah, it really is.
Harmon, roll a dex saving throw.
I'm not gonna get stuck in this fucking slime. He's too cool. See what I mean?
So
bitches.
you're able to
Guess
jump
what? It
back
wasn't
again.
enough.
I need a 23.
All right, Joe, I need you to take 1 damage and then roll your strength throw. Get out of this damn slime.
It's not gonna happen. What are you
It's gonna be a
Is
5.
what you're
Watch,
asking.
it's gonna be a
This
5.
fight was not meant to nearly TPK the party.
Oh, well, apparently you had other choice.
I told you it was gonna be a 5.
You had other plans for us. Nice party
Said
wipe.
this is gonna be a party.
This
wipe.
is a party wipe. I'm sorry.
Traven.
Okay, this is.
Take 5 damage, Traven, and then roll your strength saving throw.
Dude, I'm going to Vegas. Traven's gonna get a 13.
So dex save or strength?
Strength.
Ooh.
Oh, that was close.
All right, you are out, Traven. Now, Harmon, we're back to you.
I'm gonna slash at it with my daggers.
Alice like gets out of it, and then she just like.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. We'll get to the
Let's-
first one in a second. Actually, no, we're gonna get to that now. Okay.
Don't you
One.
dare.
Okay, so evens, Kevin, odds.
Wait,
Traven.
how did you attack?
I was
Fucking
No,
Watch
slashing
you.
he's
surface.
not attacking the cube at all with this because I
Fucking hate
qualified
you.
damage to the cube. So he's
Right
going to
when
be in
she-
between them.
All right,
this one's
so do
hitting
you just want me to
Traven.
roll a
Right when I
D4?
fucking get out.
Roll D4.
Wait, and it's odds, Traven?
Yeah.
It's
So
Kevin?
roll D4
Sorry, Traven.
plus 4. So 5 damage for you, Traven.
So like Alice gets out, and she's like, and then really when you throw it,
Gets.
that
I
knife
feel
just
like you
sticks-
popped out when I threw my dagger.
Yeah, that's when
At
you
as
drew
you were coming out.
Jesus.
And then you just like say you got in the way.
Alice,
It's just like it pokes her in the head.
Alice literally just stares at you. She's mad.
So you
All
take
right,
that 5 damage, and
Ooh.
the second one. Joe, roll a dex saving throw, but this is killing the slime. Oh my god, Barthon! All right, so you're taking 7 damage, Joe.
I'm good. I definitely didn't have the highest health out of everybody, and now have the lowest health out of everybody.
What was your
How
health?
bad is it now?
36.
6.
You're at 6? What was your
Okay.
starting health?
Well, my starting health was 36. I'm
God
now
damn.
at 5.
I have 25. I didn't get hit once.
Dear fucking god.
So, you ready to continue?
I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay,
Wait.
go ahead.
I'm gonna go over and see what this slime has dropped out of itself besides bones.
Roll perception.
I also,
Alice like still has the dagger stuck in her, so she literally grabs it and then rips it out and then hands it back to fucking Mimpy. It's like, here you go.
You see some bones, and you see a rusty iron axe. Harm.
I'm gonna take the axe.
Okay, there's also some golds like scattered about.
Alice
bad
like
gold
walks up.
pieces.
Alice like walks up to Mimpy and pokes him.
I'm sorry about that, Alice. I didn't see
Alice,
you coming out
Alice
of the
hands
slime.
him the dagger. Here you go.
I like retract it into my armor, and I'm like, I'm sorry about that.
So it's okay.
All right, so
All right, how much-
She just rubs the spot where
5
it
gold.
was.
5 gold.
yes.
253. Yeah. Okay. Also, how much does that axe weigh?
That axe weighs 7 pounds.
I don't think I can carry it. Where's how much I can carry again?
It's at the very bottom.
I have my total weight, but I don't see.
Carrying capacity is 50. Your total weight's 23.96 at the top of your inventory.
Oh, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Wait,
Okay.
so 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier. What's my modifier? Is it 13 or 5?
For you, your spellcasting ability modifier is 3. It's your intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, is that 1d8 per level, or is it just 1d8?
It is, yeah, per level, but you only have level 1 spells right now.
Oh, that's true.
It leveled.
Crap. I forgot where everything was at.
Did you just level?
Huh? No.
Okay.
You also have only 2 level 1 spell slots right now, by the way. No, Barthon, not you, Kevin.
No, the thing says 3.
And Alice look for
No, that
stuff
spell's known as 3.
Is it spells known 3? Because
Yeah,
it just. Oh,
yeah.
oh yeah.
I can link it to you
Okay.
again.
But
Okay.
Alice is
No,
gonna
I
look
got
for
it.
stuff.
I
for
I
some
have
stuff
the
to
link.
go.
I was just looking at it again.
Go to roll your 8.
2d8.
Okay, so
good old
nice
Ray is
perception.
gonna take a seat right here.
Oh, I got 9.
9. Well, you rolled 2d8.
Yeah, so I got 4 and 2. Because I did it twice.
Oh, okay. So then you would get another 3 on top of that if you're using it twice. You have 12.
Oh,
back.
that's right. That's right, 12.
Okay, so from your roll, Traven, you see the room ahead of you, and there's the water is just kind of stagnantly there. You see this is the end of the area. It's just water, just kind of stagnantly there.
Okay. Does Alice see like any weapons or gold or whatnot?
You see in the back right corner, which I'll designate with a red, is a chest.
Oh. Alice sees the chest and cautiously starts walking towards it. Saying, "Hey guys, there's a chest all the way in the back there."
Alice, we shouldn't trust things like holes or anything because they fall and hurt us. Be
Well-
careful.
I wasn't gonna go yet. I wanted to let you guys know in case you wanted to use the chest.
Alice,
Okay.
the rest of you got hurt in that fight pretty bad. Let me go near this chest.
That's fair.
Nobody got hurt as bad as Barthon.
Okay. So are you opening the chest, Harm?
Alice like walks up to Barthon and just
can
like
I
sees one of
examine
the
it for
wounds
any
and just like kind of rubs it like she was rubbing her
Yes, you can
wound.
examine it.
Is that perception?
That
Investigation.
kinda hurts, but thank you.
Make the pain go away. Oh, sorry.
You're fairly certain it's a chest. You're not sure though, because you're doubting yourself.
It's like her
I'm a
childish way.
master thief.
Hang
I know
on.
it's a fucking chest. Can I use my crowbar on it? Just pry it. Wait, let me just try and open it normally before I go around using items.
It does not open.
Can I use my crowbar on it?
Yeah, roll d20 strength.
I also want everybody to know that Barthon's pretty like broken at this point because it's the first time he's legitimately dealt with a fight.
Oh, sure.
Barthon grew up in a city,
Okay.
and he grew up in a
free of
family of
conflict, I'm
stonemasons.
He grew up free of conflict. Oh boy.
Do you want Alice to give you a medical checkup?
So
Sure.
Okay.
that's weird. But Harmon, you see inside it is a
Never
small
mind.
rabbit foot
She thinks those
just
are
at the bottom of the chest.
I'm sorry, it's a what?
A small rabbit foot at the bottom of the chest.
What the hell?
Like
What's
your rabbit
in
foot.
there?
It's a
What's in
small
there?
rabbit foot at the bottom of a chest.
Oh, I've heard those are good luck. We used to the shops in my city used to sell them all the time. Quite
That's
cute little
for the
things.
rabbit.
Alice, like, is that all that's in the chest?
I'm gonna reach down and pick it up.
it might be good luck.
Sir, I don't think it'd be wise to take it out yet. Did you thoroughly check for traps?
I'm positive, Alice. There's nothing here. I've been breaking.
I don't see any gay people here, Alice.
What?
Ray, can you keep them quiet for a minute while
What's
I work?
gay?
Okay. Okay. So you grabbing it, Harm? Are you investigating?
Yeah, I'll investigate it again before I pick it up.
Okay.
Might as well be safe.
Okay. Well, your investigation was on fucking point. You recognize that this rabbit's foot has a spell imbued in it. Once per day, you can cast the spell Featherfall. It is a rabbit's foot of falling.
Huh.
Seems to be some sort of Featherfall rabbit's foot. Hey, Alice, you want this?
I mean, if you don't mind, but I think maybe you would probably need it more. I'm just. Yeah, sure, I'll take it.
No, I promise.
Hey, Dill, how long is a short rest?
Promise we.
Short rest is about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I'm using the 10 minutes right now because I'm not gonna.
Well, if you want a short rest.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they.
But Alice walks close to where Mippy is.
I get down on one knee and hand her the rabbit's foot. You take care of that now. Seems like a pretty valuable artifact.
So,
Alice just holds it in her hand and she just stares at it and then looks up at Mimpy. Okay. And then she just holds it and then retracts her arm back into her cloak.
So Traven, that the spell Featherfall, you can choose up to 5 falling creatures near you, and their descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. And if they land before the spell ends, which is a minute, then they take no falling damage.
Okay.
So, are you all of you taking a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay awake to watch.
So Harmon, as everyone's kind of resting, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. I mean, no, just roll a perception. All right, so this takes everybody by surprise.
Oh.
As you're
love that we had somebody stay up all night. It was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
What do you mean all night? It was 10 minutes.
You gave Harmon
How often
watch
does
for 10
Barthion
minutes,
sleep?
and it was gone. So, while you're all sitting there, I need
Bigger slime appears.
More deck saving throws.
So in the order of your names, which is Harmon, Joe, Kevin, Traven, D4, whichever one. That's Joe.
God damn it.
Next one is Harmon.
Hey.
Why?
Both of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
God damn it, I'm not wise at all.
Rolls a nat 20.
Please.
Oh, that's not bad.
Close enough.
Okay, so
We're smart cookies.
you
we're not even smart, we're just wise.
you feel like something was trying to touch your mind, but you're able to shake it off. In the middle.
What was that?
I don't know. In the middle of this stagnant,
Whose
small,
mic
like,
is that?
pool of water.
Oh, it's my mic being awful.
Oh.
You can see this like alligator-looking creature kind of gazing up at you. Oh,
Ugh, felt like someone's trying to touch my mind. How are you boys faring?
Friends, there's an alligator looking at us. I'm not liking it. Excuse me, Mr. Alligator. Hello?
Alice has the blade slowly poke out of her cloak, just in case.
So wait, I'm gonna walk over to the water's edge and try to intimidate it into talking.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk.
Well,
Actually, I'm gonna try and persuade it into talking.
Hold on. I asked it to talk first, so let's see if it responds to that to begin with.
That's true.
What are you doing in me swamp?
Roll initiative.
I'm pretty sure this isn't necessarily a swamp. At least in.
Are you doubting me
regular-
swamp?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's
Leave
your swamp.
now. My swamp, not
Wait.
yours.
Well, I have a question first,
What?
if you don't mind. Have you seen a Prince Henry?
A prince? What is a prince?
A person of power. He kind of looks like a royalty, maybe.
But Barth,
Come closer. I can't hear you very well.
Barth,
Sure.
I don't.
I'd prefer to stay right here. I'll just talk a little bit louder.
I'm gonna walk over and stand right at the water's edge and try to persuade him.
Right when right
No.
no, right before this happens, Alice tries to stop him. No.
It's alright. Mimpy's fine. So he kind of moves towards you, and you kind of step back.
Listen here, friend. We don't want any trouble in your swamp.
Then leave the swamp.
We just need to ask you, do you know where Prince Henry is?
I know not of a Prince Henry.
Has anybody else been down in these sewers lately?
Yes, we've had a mushroom infestation. Yes, my friend, and he kind of moves over to, he climbs out of the water and moves over to the treasure chest and stands in front of the treasure chest.
Somebody took his friend.
And then he reaches his claw up and closes the treasure chest and kind of hugs the chest. He didn't care about what was inside the chest.
He just cared about the chest.
Okay.
Huh.
What are these mushrooms you're talking about, friend?
They roll persuasion.
I already did, but I guess I'll do it again.
I don't think there's much room for you and me here.
Why does everybody in
sorry,
this goddamn town make puns?
I just imagine that, right when he made that pun, everyone went silent.
Go ahead, Joe.
I would just like to help you so you could help us. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Get rid of those mushrooms.
But can you give us a bit more? Like,
Persuasion?
what mushrooms? God damn it.
Talking to a gator is exhausting, really.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I got the good persuasion.
They're big mushrooms. They're guys. They move about. They speak in weird voices. Since there hasn't been enough voices today.
No, there really hasn't.
They also have little children. Is that what you call them when you have smaller mushrooms? Children mushrooms?
It might be.
They don't like people. Rude. They're very rude. Children mushrooms.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I'm sure we can go and have a talk with them or something.
I would appreciate that.
I know not what you're talking about, my friend. But I think we can hopefully end this diplomatically with them. And how much of this down here is your swamp, if I might ask?
This water, and then some of that water, and he gestures with his claw back kind of the way you came. He said, but not that water over there, and he gestures even farther down.
Okay, well, I'll try and talk to them into staying in their part of the swamp, or however you'd prefer to call that.
Yeah. He just kind of stares at you, and he starts dragging the chest into the little pool of water.
While staring at you.
Have a good time, my friend.
Yeah. Hopefully I hope that you guys are fun guys.
I don't know how fun I am. I'm a little scared right now, to be honest.
I don't know how to respond to that.
All right, but he drags the chest into the small pond, and he just kind of goes under the water.
Oh, so you're just gonna float on the water and stare at us until we left.
All right, so you guys want to head back up?
I guess.
Sure, let's get out of
I
here.
think it would be the best in our best interest to move out of the swamp right now.
I'm assuming we're at the other entrance.
So as you kind of like peek around this corner, you see it starts heading this general direction. Do you want to follow?
I say we follow it.
Are there any other paths
Nope.
other than that, or is it just straight?
It's
Just curved.
It looks like it's just curved.
Oh, okay. Let's continue.
I'll
Why
be in
don't
the
you stay in the back?
I'll be in the front again.
Yeah, I'll stay in the back, even though I have a bit of PTSD from the last time I was in the back.
And Alice just like rubs his head. Alice
I-
just like rubs his head, saying it's okay.
You guys, as you continue along the tunnel, eventually the water just kind of tapers off. In its stead, which is what these green stuff is, you start to see mushrooms kind of all on the ground. Cat, get out of here.
Those look a bit tasty.
They do look tasty.
Medicine check. 1 second. 1 second.
No, this would be a nature check.
Nature. Could I
you
say
eat it,
medicine?
If you eat it first.
I want to do it because it gets my mind off of getting attacked by ferocious beasts.
Okay.
Oof. So Harmon, before we get to Barthon,
Hey, I was
Harmon,
just saying that. No, I bumped it, dude. No, it was all
these
the
mushrooms look fucking
Hold on.
tantalizing as shit.
Hold on a sec. I accidentally clicked out of Roll20.
I would
Coming
go
back.
as far as to say that you kind of want to eat these mushrooms. You don't have to, but
we shouldn't
please.
eat these
Barthon
mushrooms, but
rules me complete
Barthon, you recognize that the mushrooms that you're seeing right now, there are some that are like just shiitake mushrooms and that you'd eat, and then every other mushroom is you recognize as poisonous or hallucinogenic.
Oh boy, if we eat those ones right there, we could have a fun trip. But the ones next to them are legitimate cooking mushrooms, and then there are quite a few
I feel-
poisonous ones.
Min picks up one of the trippy ones and is already eating it, and he goes, "What?"
Roll a Constitution
excuse
saving
me?
throw. Oh, please fail this. If you fail anything, please fail this. God, get a 1. Give me a 1.
Oh jeez.
Come on,
We're waiting for you, Harm.
Harmon.
Roll that
Constitution
Constitution saving throw.
This is
God damn it, where are you, Harmon?
You just want to roll. You still chat.
He doesn't
Yeah,
want to roll this.
I want him to make this roll. For better or worse. God, I hope he gets.
Do you want to roll for him? I don't know.
He's in the call.
Hey, quit being a cunt.
Oh. Is typing.
Is he?
Can you not hear me?
But
No.
is he here? Like, I don't know where he is.
Oh,
There.
Oh,
No. Oh.
What is
I thought I heard a second with him.
Okay.
Now here in
Harmon,
airplane.
just use your.
where's my
phone.
Dylan?
Okay, hi.
Where's my
There we go.
con? Dill, are you listening? How do I? I'm right here. Can you know, guys? Are you listening? Can you
Yes.
can you hear me now?
Yes,
Can you hear
we
me
hear you
now?
oh my
Yeah.
god, everything just came in at once.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
What is going on?
It was you in three
like,
completely
whoa.
different tones screaming at
Everything
me.
was backed up, and they just started going.
Like all at the same time.
You just click Constitution saving throw. It's right next
your
to your.
saving throws, which is right next to your dexterity.
Oh, nope. The first one was the one. So, Harmon,
Boy,
can you hear me, Harmon? Switch to your
type
mic.
because
I mean,
we
switch
can't
to your
hear
switch to your
you.
phone, actually.
When Kevin's character tries to shorten my name when I already gave you a shortened version of my name.
Bar.
Not Bar. It took me many
Bon.
months to figure out what I wanted his name to be. You
Bar.
will respect
Bar.
that.
Respected. You will say the entire
It's
first
bar,
and last
okay?
name.
I mean, when I get my way,
I will
you will
respect it
say
by
my
saying
entire
Bar.
first and last name.
Sup, Bar.
And it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna give you shit every single time from now until the end of this campaign.
I'm still gonna call you Bar.
But anywho,
That
I'm
is
just-
perfectly
I'm just waiting
fine.
for
I will
Harmon.
gladly do it.
God damn it, Harmon.
I'm so mad. I've been yelling into my different mics for like basically being like, hello.
I'm literally on my phone and nothing is happening. I can hear you, but you don't hear me.
Joe?
Fuck.
But you not hear me.
Almost everyone.
Fuck, first of all.
He's not?
But you not hear me.
But you not hear me.
Joe's not in here
Not
right now.
hear me, fuck.
Suck.
I have no idea what was going on. Because Dylan heard me fine on my phone, and then I got on Skype and did it, and it was like I was yelling at you guys, and you
Everyone's just yelling
wouldn't listen
here.
to me.
Ugh.
So you see kind of in front of you a doorway that's surrounded by mushrooms, stuff like that, and there are these two large mushrooms that with legs and arms standing at the door.
Don't hit them.
Are we not going to talk about the mushroom I ate?
No, you're tripping balls. Yeah.
God,
We're just
it
not aware.
feels
of
like my legs are made of little people.
You look down and your legs look like they're made of
This is
little
exactly
people.
what it is right now.
Sir,
That's fucking trippy.
sir,
Yeah.
could I see your face real quick?
No, I don't take my helmet off, Alice.
Oh, okay. I just, you know what? I know medicine. I
well,
could possibly.
he ate a hallucinogen, so that there's a high chance that he's tripping real hard right now. He's probably having a lot of fun.
I know.
I'm
I
not.
was just
need-
a baby.
I need to see the side effects, and then I could possibly help him.
Oh,
Possibly.
God.
So for the next of this small encounter, you're going to be tripping balls, Harmon. You're taking disadvantage on attack rolls and persuasion rolls.
God. Guys,
So,
I like throw a dagger at the sewer wall and it just kind of like
Oh.
flops out on my arm, and I'm like, guys,
Sir.
we better avoid a fight. I don't
Sir.
think I'm gonna be much good in it for a while.
Sir, I feel like you should be in the back.
No, you
No.
are
I'll
staying.
I'll stay in the
You're
back.
not allowed up here. Up here's where I am. You're down there.
Don't hit the mushrooms. That's all I'm gonna say.
I already hit the mushrooms missile too hard.
Mm.
So, what are you guys
Oh
gonna
yeah,
do?
no, of course not.
Good
Uh,
meme.
hello, mushroom people. Um,
Whoa!
How
good
are
thing I
you
have a-
doing?
Good thing I have
We're
a mask
doing
on right now,
fantastic.
jeez.
Just imagine their bodies are moving while they talk. Like, hello.
They're kind of dancing as they talk.
I imagine the mushroom people from
have
Dark
you
Souls.
That's exactly
Yeah,
they're dancing.
exactly what I said. Don't
Oh,
hit them.
okay.
have you seen the Prince Henry?
Yes.
Have you now?
Yeah.
Can we come and retrieve him, or
No.
like, can you tell us where he's at?
Yes.
Where is he?
Right through the doorway.
You look like some gnomes I used to know.
What? No.
He ate some of your mushrooms.
Well,
He ate Jimmy.
Ugh.
that's he ate my You
No,
the
that
children?
was Jim Jr. That was last campaign.
Oh my god. Oh, he's so
God.
fucked.
Yeah, he ate one of the hallucinogens.
Oh, that was Mike.
Well,
I don't care about Mike.
all right. Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh,
Excuse me, mushroom person.
Yes.
Are we allowed to go through this entry?
No.
What?
Why are we not allowed?
Because we're told not to let anyone pass.
By
A
who?
woman.
A woman?
Her name is
Of course.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Because she
what?
is wonderful.
Oh, who told you that? Oh,
Her
Well, I
name?
don't know her. I don't know her actual name, but she's wonderful. She's great. Yeah.
Wonderful, you
what
say,
makes her
huh?
great? What made her great?
She brought us to life.
Is she in there with him?
Can we talk to Wonderful?
So
Nope.
hold on, guys. Let me. See, she brought you to life
Yes.
to just stand here forever
Yes.
to guard this door in a dark cave
Yes.
for all eternity.
Yes.
Wow, your lives aren't all that splendid, really, are they?
I'm ready to die all points of time.
You seem quite alone. Would you not want to do something else?
Do you want us to
Oh.
end your suffering?
No. I have to stay in front of this door.
But you said that you want to die though.
I am ready to die. I did not say I wanted to die. Existence is a prison.
Hold on. Did you know that I'm actually
I just imagine like you
mushroom
say
person.
that's like hold up.
Did you know I'm actually a mushroom person? That's why I'm so short.
You need to roll fucking deception through your ass.
I know. Hold on a second. Oh, Christ. Well, I guess 3D Mark's gonna stop downloading.
I am also a mushroom.
What if you get a crit
Whoa.
fail? How would that go?
Hold on. Let me get in here.
Wow.
Reload.
Hello, fellow mushroom person.
Hello.
I did not recognize your mushroomness.
oh,
Okay,
Oh,
what you guys
I feel
what do
like
you
I
want?
was sent by the wonderful woman. She wants me to bring these people past here.
I can't do that.
I don't know if you knew
Yeah.
it, but I'm a mushroom too.
You silly Jesus. You are in mushrooms.
Oh, you got me,
Yes,
friend. Now can I
she-
go through your
she
magic
told me-
door?
That you would let me through. I don't understand.
She said, under no circumstances is anyone passing through here,
Wait,
and that I
Dill,
must
have
give
a
my
question.
life.
Dill,
But
I have a
then
question.
Yes.
why did she send me then?
I
Can I
can't
use
argue
this?
that. Who can use?
Can I
Wait,
disguise as mushroom?
You know what? Fuck
You
it,
guys
roll
are just in the-
performance.
You guys are just in the back and he's applying makeup to you.
I'm like, hold on, I gotta get your spots.
Oh wait, no,
right.
you gotta. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Okay, now
He's
you gotta
rolling
roll
disadvantage,
deception.
though.
You look.
Now I
you
gotta
look-
roll deception.
Yeah, you look pretty mushroom-like.
Do you mean phallic?
Yes, you look like a dick.
Uh,
Wow.
hello, fellow mushroom.
Wow.
I'm
I did not
also a
see you back
mushroom.
there. You're a mushroom too. How crazy.
It's okay.
Oh.
I'm pretty tall for a mushroom.
Wow, I see that. You're like the same height as us.
Yeah.
Mushroom,
God.
fellow mushroom, sir. She
Hello.
told us to come through. We have to come through.
What is her name?
We don't know
Her
her.
name is Mushroomette.
We don't know her name. We just know it's wonderful. She's wonderful.
Wow,
Is
I
her
can't deny
name-
that logic.
Is her
Will you
name
let
Dwarf?
us through?
Well, let me confide with my friend. And he,
Your friend
you see,
sounds like a
so-
fun guy.
let me explain. So these two mushrooms have been saying it. The one has been exclusively talking and dancing. The other one has just been dancing this whole time. So he turns to the mushroom one, turns to mushroom two, and says, "Do you think we should let them in?" And then the other mushroom just turns and stares at the first mushroom and says, "I can't deny that logic." And then the first mushroom says, "Well, I didn't say anything else." Okay, well, I believe in you. And the first mushroom is really confused, just kind of looks out, says, "All right, well, I mean, if you want, I guess that'd be okay."
Oh, well, okay. We'll tell the wonderful lady that you're doing an amazing job.
I'm probably doing a terrible job.
So-
I have
I
a
mean-
really sinking feeling that I'm making a huge mistake.
But you're not. And
So what about your
it's
other two
okay.
friends?
She wanted me to let them through. That's actually what I was asking.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
We're going full circle here.
I can't deny that
But
logic.
then-
Okay, well,
I got a question, mushroom friend.
Why
yeah.
are there 111 haunted houses in Ohio?
That's not my question. Why are there 111? No. Has anybody ever tried to put you on pizza?
What are you talking about there, Master
what-
Mushroom?
What my
Oh,
mushroom friend
that's-
said is
That's mimp room to you.
he's asking if anyone has ever tried to eat you.
Oh, well, I've only been alive for 2 days, so not to my knowledge.
2 days.
Wow, that's quite a long life for
That's a
mushrooms
long
such as
life.
Yeah,
yourself.
it's fantastic. I love standing here.
But we're gonna get
You're
you
not
going.
standing, you're dancing.
We're gonna
You
we're gonna
can't deny
be
that logic.
we're going to be heading through then. So we can
Okay.
I can fulfill my job.
You have a fun time.
As
Okay.
I
come
pass
on.
by,
everyone.
I pass by, I bend down and whisper in his, I guess, pore, whatever his ear is, and I go, "I want you to know I'm not really a mushroom, but you seem like a fun guy." And I walk past.
I need you to roll a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Harmon, I fucking swear.
And the mushroom, with lightning speed, grabs your hand and says, "I loved that." And then pats you on the back and just kind of continues going back to what he's doing.
Never trust Mimpy when he's high.
Guys, let's
And as you
let's
pass
head-
through, your high's fading. It's basically gone.
Ugh.
am I still a mushroom?
If you want to believe that you are.
I mean, to be fair, you only told one mushroom you're a mushroom. I kind of look like a mushroom. So
I can't
they
deny
may
that
not
logic.
believe you.
Oh my god.
Oh. I gave you a
I
fucking
don't
rabbit
believe we
foot.
should start learning their dialect too much. I hope we're not here too often or too long.
I can't deny that logic.
Are we in front of the door
Please
right now?
stop.
So you go through the doorway,
Okay.
and you see in front of you a room that's filled with mushrooms of all different kinds. They're probably 100 different colors. And in front of you, the only thing of notice in this room is this large rock formation. And there's a small path that kind of starts at the bottom and leads its way up around. And you see at the top a woman about 4 feet tall. And you see her just kind of standing looking down at you guys. There's a small table, 2 chairs, and you see in a cage a dark elf male. And she says, "Well, hello there."
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you all today?
I'm
I'm doing
okay.
fine. How about yourself?
Quite good.
Our
What?
friend isn't feeling so good. Don't mind him.
Oh, yep. That's what you get for eating mushrooms. I predicted
I'm
that
coming down.
he was probably going to do that.
Oh, you seem kind of like then the those people in the future bar, the future tavern place up top side.
Yeah.
I think you
times.
mean future times.
Yes.
Yeah, that place.
Yes, I was quite responsible for the creation of that. This was many years ago, of course. They're not affiliated with me any longer, but
Well, it was a great creation, I must say.
well, thank you. I think it's great that you enjoyed it.
So, ma'am, I'm just gonna kind of cut to the chase here.
Yeah.
Why is a dark elf in a cage?
Well, and she walks over. She like pats the cage a little bit. And she says, "Well, I had a suspicion that you would be here. You see,
You don't say.
Yeah, well, there were about 12. Here's the interesting thing. I was interested in learning more about you because I found out that if I kidnap the prince, of the 200,000 some results, you guys showed up about 70% of them. I thought that was really interesting.
That's quite interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the prince, and I thought I really wanted to meet you guys. I thought, I mean, surely there must be some reason they're here.
Before we go on, I gotta ask, will you let the prince go?
Huh. Well, actually, I'm willing to make a barter with you.
Oh boy.
Name your poison.
I do have one request first.
Sir, I don't.
Yes. What's your request?
I don't think you're in the adequate state of mind to make a deal.
Can you stay a little bit further, like before the big bend that splits off and goes to the outside world? Can you and your mushroom friends stay this side, so that the crocodile dude or alligator dude, or whatever he is, I'm not sure, and his friend the treasure chest are safe. They're just worried about you invading his, air quotes, swamp.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I will, regardless of what happens, I will be leaving here after today. So here's my proposition, maybe. To all four of you, if you're willing to let me look into your past, I'm willing to release Henry, and I'll leave and go on my way.
Look into our past how? If you don't mind.
You all interest me greatly. As I had said, you're in a lot of different timelines. If you're willing to make a small sacrifice, I can kind of learn a little bit about you, and then I'm going to be leaving after that.
I can tell you anything you want to know.
No.
Just get this over with.
I enjoyed divination. So here's my proposition to further explain. If so, one of you four will have to provide me with one of three things. Each of you has a shadow, a heart, and a soul.
Those are all very important.
They're all equally important, actually. You would not think so.
Things?
Shadow, heart, and soul.
Well,
they're all equally important, actually. So it's really whatever poison you like to pick. I just need one of you to sacrifice one of those three things. And do not think that you're clever that you will not provide it, because each of you does have a shadow, a heart, and a soul. And that's not to say that you can't gain it back in the future. I only need it momentarily, and then you can go on your own quest to find it or whatever.
Wait, so is she deviating her past, or does she just want the items?
She in order to properly look into your past, she requires your shadow, your heart, or your soul. If you choose to oblige by those terms, then she will leave. She'll give you Henry. She won't bother you. If you decide not to, then you will have to fight. There are some timelines of which we fight, some of which I win, some of which I lose. But I saw your encounter with the slime earlier, and that was just happenstance. That was unfortunate.
Was that the first time you saw that one?
Well, there are actually 70 timelines of which all of you died from that slime, but like it's like 3,000 that you actually succeed. So like I didn't really think it was that likely, but you came pretty close.
All right, I've had about enough of this. Mimpy walks up to the lady and goes, "What do you want from me?"
If you are the volunteer, then I need either your shadow, your heart, or your soul.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
will you be keeping our past secret?
Here's the thing. I'm not keeping anything. I'm just viewing. Your past will remain there. I will speak of it to none of the others. All I need to perform the ritual is one of the three things I mentioned. And like I said, wherever each of those three, the shadow will go to the shadow plane, the heart will go, to the ethereal plane, and the soul will go to either a deeper section of the ethereal plane or the astral sea.
Just take my soul already.
Is that what you would like?
I want to get paid and I want to leave, lady.
Okay. So
That's great.
he gestures, and you see the pathway up to the top. The mushrooms kind of spread themselves. And are you going to walk up, I assume?
Yeah.
So she walks up and she gestures towards one chair. Sit down.
I sit down.
And so she sits down as well, and she looks at you, and you feel this really strange sensation, kind of from your body, and all of you visibly see this this gray ball kind of come out of Mimpy. Mimpy passes
you lost
out.
a ball, my friend. It's a gray one.
And he passes out, hits the ground, and you watch as his soul just kind of floats up into
this is terrifying
ceiling, and it's gone. And we'll talk about what that means for you privately, Harmon. Actually, no, I'm going to explain now, actually. So she kind of nods and just cocks her head a little bit and says, "Well, that's interesting, Mimpy. Very, very interesting. But I will keep my side of the deal." And she walks over to you, Mimpy, and puts her hand on his chest. He wakes up. She says, "Mimpy, you have some. You're gonna have some different changes. Since your soul is gone, a couple things. You will never find the solace that you seek. Happiness will evade you for as long as your soul is gone, and
happiness has evaded me up to this point, lady.
And
I can
you
wait
will never,
a little longer.
You will never truly.
Alice is just kind of like with the rest of the group. She's like, "This is a lot darker than I thought it would be."
Now that your soul is gone, if you do not get it back, if you die, you will take those around you with you.
I'm not
Yes.
comfortable traveling with you anymore.
Oh,
afraid.
well, that's the great part. You're all branded.
Oh
What?
no.
Yep. So, and she kind of claps Mimpy on the back. Well, have fun getting your soul back.
I just wanted water.
I know. It's okay. And she goes over and she opens up the cage and Henry.
She takes your free water ticket and gives you a water.
Henry, like his as she brings him out, like his eyes open and he kind of like looks about hurriedly, and he's like bound, and she unbinds him and puts him close to you.
Well,
And,
such
Mimpy.
a phantasmal being, would you not mind sparing a little gold?
And she
We
like,
did play your game.
well, how about you just take the mushroom people? I don't want them.
Hey, Doc.
Well, will you tell them to follow us then? Because I really don't feel like conversing with them much more.
Well, who wants them?
I'll take them.
All right, they're
Oh,
yours. They'll
Boy.
listen to what you say.
Oh no.
Well, okay. So, all right. Well, you have a
Before I
nice
go, I
time.
gotta ask. Wait,
Yes.
how do I get my soul back? I don't give two shits about the people around me, but I can't have people dying on me now,
Oh.
can I?
Well, here's the
Alice,
thing, Mimpy.
Alice just kind of looks down a little bit.
Here's the thing, Mimpy. I think I lied to you a little bit earlier. You can get your soul back, yes. And anytime you get close to death, and anything that would kill you, instead is going to kill someone else. You will not die. You are cursed to remain on this plane until you get your soul back. So, on that note, you got to go to the ethereal plane. And actually, probably the astral plane.
How do I do that?
Him?
Well,
Yeah.
you'll figure it out. Go
Alice
speak
like
to the
raises her
elves.
hand. Alice raises her hand up.
Yes.
So is it just like when he dies, it just kills one of the one of us, or just someone in his vicinity?
Does someone in his vicinity or one of you?
Good to know. Good to know.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So,
Let's get out of here.
and she kind of, you watch as she just fades into dust, and
I don't feel so good.
I walk over to the. Is the cage like locked at all, or
he's out of the cage. He's like right in front of you.
he's
So
doing what in
I'll
front of
ask
us?
once the session's over.
Yeah, I'll explain a little bit more in detail after.
This is heavy.
He's doing what in front of us?
Henry's right in front of you. He's like kind of like looking about. He like
Just
he's
like kneeling.
no, he's standing.
Henry,
All right, I pick him up and put him over my shoulder. I go, let's get out of this sewer before something else happens.
All right.
this has been quite
we
an adventure.
As we pass through the mushroom door, I go, hey, mushroom people.
Hello.
Follow the girl. She's your new boss now.
Wait, what?
Well,
Alice, I've dealt with too many tiny people in my life. I ain't going back to that
Aren't
yet.
they the same height as you?
Yeah, those two are.
Wait, I thought they were all really tiny.
no. Those were all those small. No, these ones are like Dark Souls size.
Oh, like the big ones in Dark
Yeah.
Souls.
Yeah, the
was
two
thinking
big
that-
ones.
I was thinking of the tiny ones in Dark
Oh,
Souls.
sorry.
No, it
Yeah.
takes these backsies.
So,
Follow, protect the girl. She's your boss now.
Wait, what?
I've been
okay.
dealing with
Uh,
weird mythical beings too long. I ain't gonna bother with them now.
So here's a question, guys. Do we want to stop it here, or do we want to go to the king and finish that and then stop it there?
I say we go to the king.
You
This is
vote
the-
king?
This is the very first
Joe,
section.
hold
We
on.
already have pets.
Joe, no, not exactly. I'll explain. I'll talk about all that in a second. Joe,
Okay.
are you
How
wanting
much
to go to
longer
bed
till
now?
then?
It'd be like 30 minutes. So do you want
I
to just
can do
wait?
that.
Okay. Probably less actually. So, are you guys doing anything else in here, or are you just free to go?
Is
Are
there
we
any
doing it?
other way out of
Anything?
this cage room or whatever that we're in?
No.
Or is there anything else in this room?
Roll perception.
Can somebody else roll it because I'm disconnected? I'm trying to fucking update
on
3D
it.
Mark on another computer, and it's taking for fucking ever.
No, Harmon.
I don't even
No.
want to know.
There's nothing else here.
Okay, so there
I
is
feel like
something
it was a
else
nat
there.
1.
It was
Oh.
a 5 total.
It was a nat 4.
It was in that
So-
one.
He so you look around and you see actually a small satchel, Alice. It's kind of it's up against the table where Harmon was just at. If you want to go grab it.
Sir, never mind. I'll go grab it. Nels just kind of shuffles over to where the satchel is.
Okay, you taking it?
Yeah.
And so you take it, and it's there's a notebook inside.
Oh. And then she, looks at the notebook, I guess. Look at the cover.
It's a leather-bound journal.
And then she opens it. Is it a language or is there anything? Oh.
Quiet.
Hey guys, I found a journal. It's blank though.
That's quite peculiar.
Well, bring it along.
Is
Add
that
it
the
to
only?
your inventory.
Is that the only thing in the satchel?
Correct.
Prince Henry, do you happen to know what's in the satchel? Is it yours by chance?
Hello, sirs. No, it is not my satchel.
I just like to imagine he's over my shoulder,
Yeah.
trying to walk away, and he's just talking to them.
Yeah, it is not my satchel, but I really appreciate the consideration, and I'm really glad that you guys saved me. It really means a lot, although I don't know you, but it's good to meet you nonetheless.
Don't worry about it. I guess your dad's paying quite a bit, and yeah.
Alice doesn't know how to talk to new people.
It's okay, Alice. Few words are probably best. It may not be for very long.
We done here? I got a bounty to cash in.
Well, it's not just your bounty.
Well, sir, I think bounty implies that I'm bad, and to my knowledge, I'm not evil.
Bounty implies that I'm just taking one person somewhere for money.
Oh, sir, just.
You are a bad
Wow.
person, aren't you?
And then Silica kind of tries to tug on Henry's clothes a little bit.
What's your name?
Alice?
Silica.
I did. Oh, Alice. Alice starts tugging on Henry's clothes. It's like, don't mind him. He ate a bad mushroom.
Okay.
He is a bad mushroom.
All right. As we're
Alright.
walking out of the sewer, I yell back. I go, "Hey, mushroom guys,
Yeah.
Their boss.
you got names?"
Well, I was born 2 days ago. I was not given a name.
What about your friend there?
He has some issues, but he does not have a name either.
I think I like his issues better than your issues.
Wow. I don't know how to feel about that. All right. So
You
you
just
guys
talk a lot.
Barthon's slowly becoming savage.
Barthon has given up on this shit.
all right. So you guys want to head to the castle?
I
He
guess
continuously
mushrooms-
tries to be nice,
Are the
but this is a
mushroom
very unforgiving world.
Rest in peace.
So are the mushroom guys like coming with us, or they just planted into the
Yeah.
ground?
They're gonna follow you.
Okay.
When
Do they dance as they walk?
Oh,
yeah, they dance all
I'm
the
actually,
Jeez.
I'm actually gonna take a detour real quick, guys. I'll be right back, even though it's a little scary.
Don't
I'm
wait
gonna
up.
I'm gonna go to the alligator dude and tell him that the mushroom people aren't gonna be bothering him anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
Let them know I'm their boss apparently now.
I don't think he needs to know that.
Okay. I just thought I should let them know.
I don't think it matters much
So-
anymore.
Wait, where did you say you're going again? Sorry.
I'm going to the crocodile dude.
Okay. So you make your way there, and you see him like his eyes like and like his snout above the water, and you see the top of the chest also.
Hello, friend.
And
Yeah,
this thing that I'm sending. Oh shit! Not that. Sorry.
that's quite an interesting thing.
Not
Thanks
right.
for sharing.
I'm trying to send a gif of this thing.
Good,
This
you
like how the
corrected
dance
yourself.
is. Right here. That's what the dance looks like, everybody.
Oh my god. What is this?
I don't think DJ's
That's how they dance all the time as they walk.
Is that their faces all the time?
Yes.
Oh
That's
So-
my
terrifying.
god. And these
I don't
guys
think
are
it-
like 6 foot.
Yeah, they're 6 feet tall.
Oh my god, it's a nightmare. Alright, well, let's
What
keep
the
going.
fuck?
Wait, hold on, Kevin. Have you been listening?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So real fast, Joe. As you go to the crocodile, he says, "What are you doing in my swamp?"
Hello, Mister. What should I call you? I know we may not see each other again, but I'd like to know your name.
My name is. Jesus, that's not a fucking voice. My name is Theo.
Well, hello. Does your friend there have a name as well?
Yeah, big boy.
Well, nice to meet you. The Mushroom Boys, they're not gonna be bothering you anymore. We've taken them with us. They're going to be gone. If you want that area for yourself, it might be open now.
I will register a formal. Jesus, I don't even remember what fucking voice I was doing. I'll register a formal way to move in. Whatever. Yes.
Okay. I just thought you'd like to know.
You're a good soul.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Have a great time down here in your swamp.
I will.
Bye-bye.
He just kind of like watches. He sinks a little bit to like the top of the water and just watches you leave. All right, so as a group, you head to the castle, and as you head through the city, people kind of come out and they see Prince Henry, and you hear cries of, "Ah, Henry's come to visit! Ah, Henry! Oh man, we love you, Henry!" And
It would have helped if you guys earlier would have remembered who he was and told us where he went, but none of you did.
Well, he
So
was
you can all fuck off.
Everybody just gives a lot of Henry memes.
Alice like comes behind Murthon and just slowly pats him. It's okay.
These people are flaming idiots.
It's okay.
So much character development for one session. So you do make it to the castle, and King Godwin comes out, and he's a sword sheathed at his side, and he sees Henry and says, "Oh, Henry, I'm so glad that you have found. Come inside, friends. I will reward you, and we can discuss things away from prying eyes.
Well, thank you very much, King.
It's about time. And then I plop Henry onto the ground and start walking towards the king. Like, follow it.
He walks over to Henry and like helps him up and says, "All right, follow me." And kind of starts leading you into the castle. Will you follow?
I gotta ask, Your Majesty. Some guy at the bar said you were giving out money for the safe return of your son. Is that offer on the table?
You are correct. Like I said, we will discuss that in just a moment. So he's inside. He leads you to this like side room, and there's a table. There's 8 chairs around it, and there's some guards in there, and he calls a butler who kind of goes and starts making some food in a separate area, you would assume. And he says, "Sit down. Please tell me how you came across my son."
It was like a fucking treasure hunt.
Would you guys like me to describe what happened?
Go for it, my dwarvish friend.
Okay. Please use my name next time, though.
Go for my dwarvish friend, Barthion.
Well, close enough. Thank you. At least you tried. So we all got went to the future place. Sorry, I'm not all that familiar with the
future times.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, like everybody said it at the same time. Like around the table, we all just go future times.
Not from around here. I'm not up with these times here. But we all met there, and the bartender came up and told us about this, and everybody was going buck wild. So we decided to ask a bit more, and they sent us down to the slum part of town where we met a guy with that was selling fish. He has some of the best fish. You should try it sometime. It was delicious. He also sells fish in little things. You can see them like an aquarium of some sort. Yeah, like this one. And I'm gonna pull out my little golden fish.
Out of curiosity, did you name your fish?
I did not name my fish yet.
Okay.
But I exchanged some schematics with him to keep his building a bit safer, and informed him that he's more than willing to share it with anybody else who would need it. But he gave us a nice little green vial that helped the man outside who had an eye irritation, who then took us to a pipe that he said was some sort of sewer system from the times of old. And we went through there, and there was a crocodile down one path that was not liking some mushroom boys, and we were hesitant of him. He was a bit scary. We also fought this blob that nearly killed me. Quite scary. It's my first adventure, fun fact. We then went and down the other path where there were a couple mushroom boys, these ones you see with us. We persuaded to get by them and talk to this lady who stole our friend's soul here and threw it in the sea, the something sea, astral sea, I believe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Something like that. And now, if he dies, air quotes, somebody around him dies. And it's quite terrifying, and I just don't want to die. But yeah, she had him and just wanted to see us and look at our past. I'm not sure why. We just met, like, earlier today. I don't know what's going on here.
I just
Well,
wanted water.
And a butler comes over and hands you water.
Thank you.
Alice
Alice takes the water and starts sipping.
It sounds. Yeah, it sounds like you went through quite the ordeal.
It was the thing.
Well, as promised, I will reward you with 2,000 gold. But another butler comes up with a silver tray, and it has 4 bags of gold, each with 500 in it. And he says, and I will also grant you a minor title of nobility. You will be dukes if you're so interested. And as recompense for your friend losing their soul, I'm willing to give you a small strip of land if you are interested.
A small strip of land? Like, how much are we talking?
We're talking the small. There is an area that unfortunately during the war with Ajar was razed to the ground. It was a keep and a nearby village. If you're interested, you can always, with your nobility title and land, begin building up your own small village. As like I said, you are minor nobility if you would accept it.
Oh boy, would I? A soul is a small price to pay for a piece of land that large.
And I have a proposition for all of you. I know that you are. I know this may seem sudden, but I think gold is an excellent motivator if necessary, and I think that despite our lack of rapport, if you're interested in doing some work for me, I will reward you accordingly. Now,
well,
yes.
I will definitely need the money, especially if these boys don't want to help start this strip of land. So I'm in 100%.
As long as there's money to be made, you can count on me. But I have a question, your liege.
Yes.
What's the response time on your guards to crimes?
Pause that. Are you, Kevin and Traven? Are you guys agreeing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Honestly, Kev, you okay?
It's okay.
Yep, like super silent.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I assure you, our response time is legendary.
Good.
And he kind of gives you a steely gaze and says this.
You're giving me a steely gaze, sir. I should advise the guards that you're stealing. And I wink at him, although he can't tell I'm winking because I have a visor on.
He gives a chuckle and says, I'm watching you, but if you're interested...
You shouldn't watch me, sir. You should watch your pockets. I'm kidding.
I will have to swear you to secrecy, but there are some issues that you can kind of assist me with. I will reward you. Yes, ma'am.
No, sorry. I was talking to my companion.
Oh.
What is it, Alice?
I was just going to say that maybe you should be a little more respectful. And she's like looking down now because everyone's kind of looking at her.
Alice is quite correct. You're being quite gruff, and this is the king. It would be best if you were to respect him.
I don't care much for royalty. Well,
I
see,
understand that, but I
kings
care
and
for my
princes
life,
are just-
and if you die, I might die. So shut the fuck up.
He won't kill us. He won't kill us. He hasn't. He got his son back from us.
He will kill you.
Let me put it like
Yeah.
this, Barthon.
Just
I don't-
stop speaking. I will ignore this disrespect. If you're interested, I will pay you. And we can work out the details in a bit. There's a coronation coming up that we will work through. And if you're interested in staying for that, then I can get you all squared away with your nobility and we can discuss things going forward. And he hands, the butler begins to hand the gold out to all of you. And that's where we're going to stop right now.
Woo.
Okay, so some clarification.
Cool.
Harmon's soul is gone.
Yeah.
Harmon
this
reaches-
Hammond skin, though.
That's like the farthest we feel when it comes to empathy for it.
Yeah.
All right,
Well-
so my soul is gone.
So, if Harmon dies,
Wait, which one, Mimpy or Harmon?
Mimpy, if he dies, then we're gonna. Well, one of you will be knocked down. I'm not gonna just outright kill you like that. I think it's ridiculous. One of you will be knocked down to 0 HP, and you'll have to be healed or whatever.